Yo, this polar vortex stuff is killing me. I hate this weather. It's so cold. There's like frost on the inside of my car. I was like scraping it off to go get bagels this morning. Like, what
On
is
the
this?
inside? What?
Yeah, it was like 18 degrees today. It was like 14 degrees yesterday. I
Oh
hate
my
it.
god.
Yeah. I like I've been to the Outer Banks a couple times and I think that might be like the perfect temperature for me. It's like 100% humidity. It rains like 4 hours at least every day. 100 degrees, just perfect. Great sitting around
You
weather.
like high humidity and rain.
I don't like to do anything. I'm basically a lizard. I want to just flop
I,
out on a rock and yeah, just let the world pass me by. Anyway, I'm pretty sure this is second edition D&D called Island of Stars. Are we all live?
Yep.
I am.
Same.
Cool.
Same. Okay, cool. We did it. Um,
There's the multi-stream link.
nice.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
thank you. So obviously, if anybody needs to say anything to like their chat, otherwise I want to do a quick clarification. Just make sure we all ended at the same point, and then I've got our cold open for the night. So does anyone need a minute to get their chat spun up or whatever?
No, I'm good. The only issue I'm having is my cam looks really laggy on my stream. Everyone else's looks fine and mine looks horrible.
I actually had that issue I think last week too, but nobody said they saw issues. So maybe it's just on your end.
Maybe. It's probably just my streaming software struggling.
Right.
Yeah, I think it is just that. Like,
Okay. So we did a small session 2 weeks ago with the holiday in full swing. It was called well, it was called a couple of different things, but functionally it was called the heist at 12 golden geese, right? In which our party members lied, cheated, and stole from the tavern owner that they've been staying at. And the end of the episode was apparently Yak's sister is back in town and wants to contest the will for ownership of the harpy, and the party seems to have agreed to help because the sister saw Arix sneaking out of the side door with a golden goose in arm, and then Arix ran down the street like Charlie in the Chocolate Factory, clutching the ticket. Did I miss anything?
No, I think
nope.
that was it.
Yeah.
We, I left the guys to deal with the aftermath, and I'm off to take the goose to the guy that wants. Okias, was it?
Okay, yes, yeah. So, um, unless you like want something specific out of it, I'm just gonna kind of summarize that interaction. Do you like have any questions for him, or are you mostly like here, job's done, you're paid, you're paid?
Yeah, I mean, we did it for a good cause. We had to do it. He saved, well, hopefully he saved some lives by doing that for us. So, no, I'm happy to just hand it over to him as his payment. I said I would do it, and I did it.
Sure. Yeah, and he agrees, and in fact, his response is like kind of a wry smile as he says, "Well, I didn't even have time to get the scrying spell up on you. My goodness, you work fast. Didn't want to be in my debt, I see."
No, absolutely. And you've done such a great thing for us. You've saved lives today.
Yeah, he nods and says, "So I feel as though I would have cast this spell anyways, just to keep my interests at hand." And he gives you just I never know what to call these, but functionally like a business card, right? He gives you a punch card. He gives you a lunch punch card, and he's like,
Yeah,
"Let me know if you ever need a spell again. Since I didn't have to scry on you to make sure the job went well, I feel as though I can give you a deal next time."
okay. I put that in my wallet next to the one for, what's the accountant's name?
I don't remember, but I can look it up. He was a
I've
piece
got
of
one for
shit.
him as well. Yeah, that piece of shit. I
Yeah,
put it in my business card section of my wallet that I now have. So,
yeah, absolutely.
anyway, that
You just got your little collection of like gift cards and stuff.
Yeah, I
guy.
mean,
So,
You know
whoa.
that bit in your wallet you never look at the back with everybody's business cards they give you, and you put it in, then never look at it again. I guess I've got one of those now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Money Branch Woldrove.
yeah, woe to Arix's enemies when he starts calling in debts. Let me tell you. Sorry, I had to dial the green screen back. It was destroying part of my cheek and my teeth, so I don't know what's up with that, but good lord. I got to sit down and figure out how to just apply it on two of the windows or something, because that's crazy. Yeah, he ends it with a bit of a warning as he goes, you know, I would be remiss if I didn't say something. I feel as though the times are changing here. You should be careful. I'm going to be setting up shop elsewhere pretty soon.
You mean this is a dangerous place to be around right now? Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah, he nods and he says, "I don't quite have my finger on it yet, but just consider it a tip from a friend." And he smiles.
From a brother.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. Is that why you're just like you're just getting your goose and going because you're going anyway, so you might as well have the golden goose, right? I respect that.
Exactly that. Do you understand?
I respect that, and I appreciate the tip off. Do you want to tell us any more than that? Like, I mean, it's these. What do you call the guard? Like the elf guys that are the authority here. These are the ones we need to watch out for. These are dodgy fuckers, aren't they, brother? And I'm talking to my brother. Remember, this is the other half elf. We've
Sure.
had this.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, you're probably a little disappointed with it though, because he goes, "I'm not sure. I have been around long enough and amassed enough things that other people want and power that other people crave to know when the wind is turning. I'm just telling you what's in my gut." And he chuckles a little. He thinks he's made a pun there.
Right. Okay. All right. Well, I appreciate the knowledge, and you can count on my discretion, of course. And I give him the wink, the trademark wink. But I give him the left eye because it's the right eye for women. He gets the left eye.
Yeah, right. We don't want to get things confused over here.
Yeah.
Okay,
left
cool. So now, Alicia and Winnie, I'm gonna cut to 2 days later. But is there anything you want to be doing in that time? Do you want to be doing any research, talking to anybody? You know, even if it's just like a simple downtime action, like I would be doing blank, blank, and blank.
I'd be taking care of the animals, and then I might want to check in with what was that kid's name?
Oh, the little kid.
Yeah,
He was
Adventure.
Elmet.
Element, that was it.
Yeah.
Just to get a sense of what he's hearing and seeing, and
Oh, that'll be perfect. Winnie, anything for you?
I'd probably still be talking to the guy about soap, honestly.
Right, we just get like the turning clock, the sun goes, and then the moon goes behind the window behind him, and he's just like, "Man, I gotta get out of here."
The SpongeBob 4 hours later.
Exactly.
A montage of soap making.
Yeah. So I apologize because I'm gonna do a bit of an info dump here, just because like the world is changing. So that would have been like our pre-credits, right? Like the recap, because we ended on a cliffhanger with Arx just running down the street like wild, right? So we pick back up in medias res with him finishing, like hitting the door, right, and going up the stairs. Credits roll on like Island of Stars, and then we get, as is tradition, our cold open. So we're somewhere extremely far away in a deep mountain vault. The insides of it sparkle with natural veins, like gems and ores that have clearly been excavated but polished, right? They have been revealed but not removed. So this room has these seams of diamonds and gold and all this, right? Kind of set against this, rough, natural, but again, very like finely polished interior vault. And the space is absolutely massive with all of these glittering gems and jewels. 3 masked elves with just these seemingly long ears kind of pointing out from behind, right, the faceplate, in that same form-fitting armor that we've seen every time with them, right? That like sort of green with different colored cloaks this time. These ones are just black. Have clearly just finished speaking to an assembled body of ruling dwarves, right? All the dwarves are decked out and huge beards with clasps and gems and jewels. Everybody's dripping with gold and rings and stabs and such, and they're all looking and scowling at these 3 little elves. And the dwarves respond, "We will accept no sanctions without proof. our investigation has shown that if indeed there was a smuggling operation, the Long-O Repair Guild stationed there was not aware of it. We cannot control borders and holes into your nation. You accepted the rail yard when we connected your islands to the Long-O transportation and rail system. The elves, clearly unmoved, repeat in a hollow and faraway voice. And I will not be able to replicate this because I have not actually gotten a like an audio interface that will dial a robotic tone to my voice, but be thinking of it as a kind of hollow steel, like Vox response, right? And it says, Elven lives were lost within an illegal dwarven property below our sacred islands. Auguries have shown it was your crafting and repair guild foreman that dealt the killing blow. Surrender him to us, and no further punitive measures will be taken. The workshop, however, will remain closed. And then one of the dwarves, we don't have a name for him yet, as he slams his fist on his chair, right, perhaps a little higher up than all the rest of him, signifying his importance, and he leans forward with a shaking finger. I will not give you a single drop of dwarven blood when you come here without facts and presume to tell me I have broken your laws. Be gone, lest the day end with another elven life gone from this world. There is silence throughout the vault, as the elves' eyes seem to glow behind the mask. A high-pitched whining noise starts, and several guards, dwarven guards, look anxious. So we cut away from that scene.
So that was like a council meeting between the dwarfs and the elves, really, eh?
Mm-hmm.
And they're pissed off about... the elves are not happy with the dwarfs, and they want the guy responsible for the elf that died.
Yeah, that's your foreman.
Yeah, the foreman. What was his name again? I remember him.
Hold on, I'm gonna scroll up. Rockbreck.
Rockbreck, yeah.
Yep. That happens far away. You don't have to worry about that, but it's a little flavor for the players and for the fans watching at home. Hello, all of you. How are you?
Yeah.
There's 2 people in my chat, so I'm doing
Nice.
great.
Half a dozen of mine.
Oh, look at that. Hi, everybody.
Yeah.
I got to get into the multi-stream, actually. Hold on.
Same over on Brew as well, yeah. We're rocking it, guys.
Nice. Hello.
The thing is,
I just want to make sure I heard right. You said their eyes glowed. The
elves.
voice was hollow from a distance.
Yep.
Oh man, I'm still thinking somebody's speaking through them. Anyway.
Yeah, this is like that network.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Question
like,
for Wade.
Like they send someone like almost like an avatar and then speak through it.
Right.
Kind of thing.
Yeah.
Is that what we feel's going on?
Well, something where they're robots or something.
Yeah.
Because we've never seen their face, but I wanted to ask Winnie and RX, when you guys went in to see the dead body of the elf of one of the Primus group guys, was his mask on or off?
I don't remember.
Would we recall?
I actually do not remember.
Well, I don't think it was mentioned, but I just want to know, do they have faces?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We've not seen them.
So far, we've never seen one, and I just wanted to ask you guys because you were both in with the dead body. I never went in.
All right. Okay. So was the mask off on the dead body then?
Yeah, I think that it would have, because we don't know. I don't want to contradict myself. I'll say right now it was shot in such a way that we never noticed. Right? It must have been face down.
Yeah.
Okay.
With me standing over it, and you just see the feet and that.
Yeah.
Body,
If you or if somebody wants to go back and double check and tells us yes or no, so obviously there are some elves who are alive, right? Like of course there are. I don't want to misspeak though and say whether that one did or did not because I don't remember.
Okay. Note to self: ask at the time.
Yeah.
We've never seen one without a mask on.
No, we haven't.
These governing elves.
Mm-hmm.
None of them. So far, whenever I've asked Dave's described them, they've always had the mask on.
Yeah.
Now I got the impression from the tone that it felt like if these dwarves didn't hand over the foreman from that mining operation, that there was going to be a war, like, or at least a diplomatic incident, like.
Yeah. So that would have been at the end of the 2 days, right? Again, not that it happened on the Elven Isles, but right, we got a brief interlude of somewhere else. So
Yeah, this is happening somewhere else.
Yep.
Yeah.
The episode for our players starts. Once again, I don't think I ever actually named. Oh no, I did name the tavern owner last time, didn't I? Because you were taking one of the geese home for his sick kid.
It was Paul and
Ator, yep, Paul and Ator. Yeah. So this time we've got Ator, his hat in his hand. He's standing up on a little, I'd say a soapbox, but they might have all been taken somewhere else, and he's telling everybody, right? He's telling the assembled folks at the tavern, no one's rooms are getting canceled. The day-to-day operations will remain the same, but unfortunately, I have had to sell over my share of 12 golden geese. I was not able to pay for it any longer. I'm expecting to see the new owners at some point soon. So far, they've only sent legal documents. I'm really sorry for the confusion and the turmoil that this puts you in. I've asked them to not kick anyone out and honor our previous contracts, but obviously I needed that money to pay for. And he just gets sad again. Lawyer fees. So the episode cuts in for the third time. Apologies, everyone. On the party either hearing at a distance that the ownership of 12 golden geese is transferred to someone else.
Do we hear who it's transferred to now?
No, he just said somebody.
So we basically
his part of the ownership. What about the other part? His brother's part?
Yeah, he didn't say. Paul's not there. Just Ator standing up, kind of talking to everybody.
Okay.
They sold the place. Okay. Do you think he went bust because of stole his goose? So we had to sell it because he went bankrupt because his goose was laying golden eggs and he was selling them, and now I stole his goose. That was the female one. I stole the egg laying one, and now he's fucked.
Well, and the other dude up there, that weird one, took 2 other geese.
Probably stole the other ones, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we might have bankrupted this guy. Remember when we lost the guy his job on day 1?
Yeah. AI twin got kicked.
You guys are a fucking blight.
I think we've just lost this guy as him.
Yeah. And we might lose Yak, her Harpy's bar.
Go to the sister.
Yeah.
The sister's going out. She's going to go after it, isn't she?
Yeah.
I'm struggling.
Yeah, but they both have eyes for you, so.
Well, this is our saving grace when it comes to Yak and Yating, because they both love Alex. So that's our one saving grace with them. I can get them back on side and kind of sort that one out.
One of you gets the bar, one of you gets me. Now choose. Yeah, I mean, so the party can do whatever they want, right? Like, Ator is saying that the bars, the tavern, right, it should be honoring everyone's contract. You should still have a place to stay for a few more days. I think we decided the party had paid for a week, which they've used probably 4 days, 3 or 4 days now. I think 4.
Well, if that was flash forward 2 days, I think that's 4 days.
Four at the end of the flash forward.
All right. Okay. Yes.
We really hadn't passed that much time. It could be 5, but it's only 4 or 5. You have not been here long. You guys have really been moving and shaking.
Do we want to maybe talk to AI Twin again? I don't think we ever met back up with him.
No.
No, we didn't. We were supposed to meet again.
We were also supposed to go. Primus wanted to talk to us.
Who was it that was going to see it? Oh, it was Yak that was going to see somebody about getting us work. Because we needed money. But I got some money, didn't I? I got us 100 gold pieces.
Oh, is it Primus will send for us in a day or 2 for dinner to talk more. So we haven't heard from him yet, so we can ignore him until we hear from him.
Yeah.
Big Primus. I don't like these guys, Primus, Secundus, these whole governing elves here. I do not trust them one bit. They are not what they appear. They're fucking vampires or something nasty, and I don't like it. I'm scared. I'm frightened.
AI vampires. Because my dog can't smell them, so they got to be either metallic or synthetic in some sort, or a vampire.
There's something, yeah.
And we can't see their face and their eyes glow. Do vampires' eyes glow?
Depends on the source material.
But I think, yeah, depends. Are we
Hey,
talking
your
Twilight
vampires,
vampires or Blade or...
That's like my favorite thing for what we do in the shadows is the energy vampire. His eyes really flash when he feeds. Yeah, so you guys really have, carte blanche to go wherever you want, but it has been a while since you've seen iTwin, if you want to try tracking him down, right? You knew his routine.
I'm
Or at least
actually... I'm wondering if we'd be able to have a sniff around for Snorri. What do you think? Because, guys, he's the only... Like, so far, dwarves we've met here have been the dwarves underground in the incident, the Darrow, like this evil astral planal, like what? Where are they from? The Darrow, not they're like demonic or something, something
yeah,
like that.
yeah, I
They're
think
bad dwarves.
yeah,
That guy that stole the other geese, he was one of them. So the only dwarves we've seen around are the guys downstairs, this fucking freak, and Snorri. And we've got to find a dwarf that's this trader that's got this item. I think Snorri's our man. I think we need to chase him down.
Yeah, I had a note to talk to AI Twin about Snorri because we thought he might know him.
Yeah, talk to AI Twin first.
Yeah, both of like go and apologize again. Ask how his new job's doing.
Yeah, he trusts us. We lost him and shot his job.
Okay, so keep your ear
So
to
what-
the ground for both iTwin and Snorri.
Yeah, what time is it approximately?
I think it's probably fairly early in the morning. Again, I'm not meaning to take like time and actions away from you guys. Just so it was the next big development.
Okay, because he supposedly works till 4 o'clock or something like that. So,
Yeah.
is there any supplies or anything we need to get? How's your soap doing there, Winnie?
How are we doing for soap?
Oh, I probably need some more soap. You never have too much,
Well, you're not allowed to have money. It's like your currency now.
Yeah, I guess for
How,
the means that I provide, yes.
how much money can you have? Can I get you anything? I got us some money. Remember, I swindled some money from that guy when I kidded on me with a charity organisation or something.
Well, I can't have any. That's why you guys took my my share of the contract for Primus.
Because right now I have 19 gold.
Is there anything you need, Winifred, that I can carry for you? Like something that you need as an adventurer, but you're not, your status as a peasant cleric doesn't allow you to. Can I help with that? Can I carry something around for you that you can maybe use? Do you know?
Oh, you're far too kind. I don't think that I really have means for anything luxurious, I guess you could say. I've just got my my mirror, and that's my own guilty pleasure, I guess. But no, I don't think I need anything else.
I feel bad that we can get all this money, but you can't have a nice thing.
Oh, you've been giving me food and stuff, though.
I want to buy her like a new mirror or something, like a nice one that's got like some little gems in it or something, but she's not allowed to have it. I'm trying to like think of something nice she can have, and she can't have nice things.
Pretty much. Winnie is the reason Winnie can't have nice things.
Yeah. Oh well. Just thought
Morgan to carry some stuff. So you've got the ladder. Is there anything else that you've thought of during our adventures that would have been helpful that we could put on Morgan and you would have access to?
Well, I mean, this pot in my backpack is a little bit heavy, but that's about it.
We could put that on Morgan. But is there anything new that you've thought of when you were down in the caves or something where you thought, I wish I had?
No, I don't
Because
think
it's hard
so.
for me to see from your height, so I just was asking.
Have you got a soap making kit so you can make soap?
Do they make those?
Oh, I mean, I don't know. I guess. Like, how do you make soap? I don't know. Like IRL, my friend makes soap, but I
With
don't know.
lye and some other stuff?
Yeah, animal or plant fat in some capacity.
Yeah. I don't know. Is it a non-weapon proficiency? I doubt it is. Soap making. There we go. Homebrew it there.
Yeah,
Trust me, I would have got it.
I think that if you want to get some soap making kit, that's fine. You can find something, right?
Right. Okay. I'd like to go out and try and find something like that. Whatever it is, whether it's a little knife and like a mold, or like a press for making bars of soap, and like a knife for cutting it, whatever, like the components of person making soap by themselves is. I want to go out and get that for Winifred as like a gesture for, I'm sorry for being a pain in the ass and sleeping with all these women and stealing geese and like getting us in loads of trouble. Here you go. Here's a present for you.
Oh, Arix, you're far too kind. I really can't thank you enough for this. I've been meaning to carve my own soap and maybe carve it in the form of Freya. I can't even imagine how great this is gonna be.
I wanted to gift you with something practical that you can have that I know you're going to get a lot of use from. It's an apology for all my antics and being a liability as well as a gesture of my friendship. Now I have to think of something for the barbarian. Get a big fucking axe.
So do you want to, this is not a like a penalty sort of roll, but if you just want to do like a charisma check as you're kind of wheeling and dealing around the market, right? See who's got the best deal for you, kind of thing.
Yeah, just see if I can get cheap.
Yeah, exactly.
Got him.
Nice. Well, let's see what we can do here. I just want to look at like some comparable kits, right? Because I imagine it's got like 2 or 3 of the little pie. The only thing I can think of is like the pie makers. Like you'd bring it camping. You know what I mean?
I figured like little like knives.
Right.
For shaping it.
A nice little container to mix all the stuff in.
Sure.
Yeah.
To pour it into the mold.
Yeah.
Are you going alone, or is everybody kind of going along?
I wouldn't go. I don't. I tell you what, right? I'm going to go alone because I want to get that for Winifred, and also I want to buy something for Alicia. Let's buy something nice for Alicia.
Sure.
So I would like to buy her. Now, how does Alicia dress? I know she's a barbarian. Does she wear armor?
Yeah.
Right. I'd like to get her like a nice cloak that's like like fur lined. Like with a fucking lion head that she can pull up over her head or whatever. If I can afford something as nice as that, or if that's going to be available, like a really cool cloak that's made out of animal skin with the animal's head still on it, and that's the hood.
Sure.
I mean, I'm well in character here because IRL, that's not cool. But yeah, one of those. I want to get her a big barbarian-looking cloak with a hood that's got a big fucking lion's head or animal head on the top of it. That's what I want to get for a week. I don't know how to keep money. I'm just frittering it off. I'm just throwing it away.
We might want to hold the money, Winnie.
So we've got go ahead and roll me just because we have roll 20 3d28. I just want to see the animals that are like getting taxidermied today that that they'll have available for you.
3d28.
Yeah.
Jeez, I've never rolled 3d28 in my life, David.
Yeah. It's exciting, isn't it?
27.
So we've got we've got a 4, an 8, and a 15. Oh shit! Thanks, Squid. Oh jeez, I gotta move the alert to the front of the thing. Goodness.
So big.
Come on, there we go. There we go. Now it's in the front. Okay, so they have a bull, right? That's getting taxidermied, so you could do like the bull horns.
Yep.
Matt TRV97, thanks for following.
What else we got? What other animals? What were the other two?
Yeah, sorry. I got to do math on it. The chart doesn't have numbers alongside it. So 8,
okay, no worries.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so there's a lot of chickens here. I don't think you want a stuffed chicken, but I guess if you wanted to, if you could have like a parrot instead of a chicken.
Are these just farmers taxidermying their favorite pet chickens?
We've had enough of birds for now. I want to get. Listen, if there's nothing else, the bull will do. That's cool. So I guess a bullskin cloak with the head, the top of the head, and the horns still on for the hood.
Yeah, that's going to be the best of them because the other one is a goose, which is funny.
Oh, no,
it's ironic.
No. But no, they're going to kick my ass if I go back with the goose. I'm trying to get these gifts to be nice to them.
Yeah, so I think bull's probably your best bet, at least for today. I mean, if you want to put the word out there that you're looking for an exotic animal.
No, I think bull's good for a barbarian.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope she likes it. I'm going to give her this cloak and the soap making kit for Winifred, and that's my good deed.
Yeah, so I think the soap making kit I think would have been about 5, but you can get it for 3 gold. You get a little bit of a discount. The bowl price
Yeah.
is 20 gold, but I imagine that's mostly for the meat, so I think probably about the same, right? 4 gold.
But for
Just
a cloak.
yeah, for for like the skin and then the hood with the horns kind of thing.
Oh yeah. Okay, so how much was that total?
7
Easy
gold
peasy.
total.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll buy those then.
cool. Yeah, they'll have you.
Cool. I'll take 7 gold for my character sheet.
Nice. And now I need you to roll me a d6. If we match, you get a little encounter here.
Oh, just a moment, then I'll take this gold off my sheet.
Yep.
What did you say, 7? So it's 110 gold left. Okay. You want me to roll a d6?
Yeah, I just want to see if we match. A goose is just an exotic flying chicken. You're not wrong. Okay, so
No, we didn't match.
so we've got a little encounter that's hanging out somewhere near the market. We'll see if you guys hit it when you pass through next time.
Okay. Right, so that's what I buy then. I want this bull head cloak and soap making kit.
Yeah,
And that's me. That's what I need to do.
nice.
And then gift them to the gang.
Absolutely.
Because I might be my character, not me, sorry, my character might be a total idiot and a womanizer, but he treats his 2 companions well. He respects them and buys them gifts and stuff because he feels bad because he's the one getting us in trouble. Like I think it was everybody's fault we lost the guy's job. That wasn't just me. That was everybody. But
Sure.
I think it was kind of my fault this guy lost his bar. So, and we're kind of going to deal with the aftermath yet, I guess.
Do either of you, Alicia or Winnie, want to be doing anything while he's gone, or do we want to cut back to RX coming back with your goodies?
I think I'd probably just be maybe out with like the farmers, just seeing if anybody needs help or prayers or anything.
Yeah, actually, that reminds me. Alicia, you wanted to talk to Elmet about what was going on around here.
Yeah, I also wanted to. I mean, have we seen Oliver since he skedaddled?
Yeah.
Or is he returning after skedaddling?
I mean, I guess if he didn't want to come back, he doesn't have to, but I imagined he came back.
Ah, yeah, I'm back. I came back. I just went to that guy, gave him his goose, and got out of there. That was it.
Okay. No, I just wasn't sure whether on your way back you were doing this gifting. Because the question I had was, Elmet had mentioned that he wanted to become an adventurer.
Mm-hmm. He did.
Do we want to add him depending on possibly what he says? Like he may be out of a job soon. We don't know.
Yeah, we might be owe him it.
Pardon?
We might be owe him it. Do you know what I mean?
We might be. He did provide some information, but he was really keen to become an adventurer. Do we want him to join our party?
I mean, the repercussions of that are when he dies and how bad you feel about that. Like, none of us have died yet, so we're 3 for 3. Do you know what I mean? But then if he joins us and then he dies, we're not going to feel good about it.
Sure.
I don't know. I mean, like that's as long as my moral dilemmas last. You've seen my alignment, Dave. That's it. Yeah, sure, bring him along. He can go out in the front. He can be the meat shield. Absolutely.
But shouldn't we leave that decision to him, though? His life?
Yeah. But we can offer him it if he's interested.
Yeah, maybe to see what if he brings it up or whatever, because it sounds like we're probably going to be leaving soon.
Weird, I know.
So
Hear me out.
This may be the last interaction with him, so that's why I thought I'd mention it.
Yeah. Okay. So you want to cut in on that scene then, and then at some point RX will come through with all the goodies.
Yeah.
Okay. And forgive me, I never remember the voices I use for people unless they are like extremely specific. I usually just kind of do a thing. But he was a young kid, so I'm gonna try. We'll just make it nasally, you know. He was like, "Hey, Alicia, is Winnie there?" No. Okay.
No.
Hey, Alicia, I've been doing a good job with Maverick and Molly.
Morgan?
Morgan, yes. Good horse.
How's your day been going? I haven't seen you for a bit.
Well, I heard they did the announcement inside. They did one with us earlier today. I think ours was a little tougher.
What did they say?
Bringing in new people.
You're kidding. Not
No.
just new owners?
No, getting rid of everybody. Nobody's seen Paul.
Wow. Where do you think he left or something bad happened?
I think he might have. Well, and he like leans in a little bit. I don't know if you're okay with that or not, right? He gets very close. That's fine.
Think he was. Oh yeah, no, I was leaning in.
Oh, sorry. I looked away to make sure I remembered the brother's name. I was like, I don't know, something with Nay. Ator.
Ator.
I keep my notes on one side and the game on the other. Between the two of them, I can't miss.
Dave, it's Rota backwards.
Get the fuck out of here.
I can't stop doing it, and he's Rota, and I'm obsessed and paranoid.
So he leans. He's like, I think Paul tried to take it into his own hands. You know, the goose was stolen. I think I don't like thinking about it. I've known Paul my whole life.
So you think Paul was involved in the theft?
I don't know. I put in to be an apprentice at a few other places, but I liked the animals. I don't know that I'm great with them, but I'm patient.
I know my animals like you.
Thanks, Lucy.
They don't know it was me.
What's it like to be in a barbarian tribe?
Depends on who's in charge. When my dad was in charge, it wasn't so bad. But my brother's a jerk. Very authoritarian, must do what he say. I'm a female, I don't count. So I didn't get along with him when we were little, but as soon as he became in charge, he's not a nice man to be around.
Well, my parents told me I should behave, but Alicia, I think that's fucked up.
I appreciate that.
You said a swear.
He did a swear. He's gonna go to the hot room after this as penance.
He's going on the naughty step.
That's exactly right. It's like, yeah, I think that's kind of true about everything. It's sort of whatever. It just depends on who's in charge.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true. So what is it your family does?
Lives, I guess. I don't know. We've been servants for a really long time, so
Okay.
things were better, before. There used to be more elven houses that wanted cleaning and wanted stables, and the times they change, I guess. I don't know.
Where did those people go?
Yeah, I wonder that too, right? I think there's a lot of houses that are empty now. It seems like, and he looks sort of nervous when he says this. He looks around to see if anybody's listening to him, which I don't think there is, right? Because you said Winnie's not there. Yeah, so RX, I want you go ahead and go ahead and roll. What do you have, hide in shadows, stealth? Any one of those?
I always forget which ones I have and which ones I don't.
Because I don't think you're there hiding. I just want a % chance of how likely it is RX is there. You know what I mean? Because we knew you were coming into this conversation.
So give me a second as she opens it.
Yeah, you're all good. Because this will be a juicy little thing for you to stumble into if it works.
Which one do you asking if I have?
If you had hide in shadows,
no.
Oh, do you have? What do you have? What? Because you had 4, right?
Pickpockets, detect noise, climb walls, and read languages.
Okay. What was the second one?
Detect noise.
Let's do that. Fuck it. We just need something.
Okay.
I just want a percentile roll based on your skills.
Okay, armor off. Because we're not.
Armor off's fine.
Okay, I rolled success.
Nice. Okay.
Look at that roll. I needed to roll 15 or less and got a 13.
So you're there. It's your call if you want to come into frame, right? Or if he would say this and the camera will pull out and we'll see RX hearing this, right? So you make that distinction. You tell me what happens, but you hear this either way.
I'm listening and
yeah.
paying attention, but I don't acknowledge it. I'm just gonna take it in.
Yeah. So he leans into you again, Alicia, and he's nervous, right? He went from like talking and then like speculating wildly and then swearing, right? So this conversation is just like keeps getting better for him. And now he's like oh, I know this is some shit. And he's like when they get the calling and they go away, some of them don't come back, but then I've heard people talk about them like they're still around. And it doesn't make sense. And he would have some name, right? Like, I don't know the name. I'll figure it out at some point, right? But he would be like, old elf such and such got the calling. And everybody said he died. But I've heard them talk about him. I've heard since then new things. It doesn't make sense. And he's like very insistent on that point.
Wow.
There's already so much going on that I'm worried and paranoid about, and now we're hearing this as well. It's, I'm just sitting letting Alicia process this. I'm gonna kid on like I've not heard it.
Right. You want to come into frame now that he's like said his piece?
Sure, I'll come into frame, but I'm just going to slink in the background and let her talk to him. I'm going to act like I'm not.
Yeah.
Hearing.
Yeah. He has no reason to think you heard him. You're just there now. So he nods Alicia, right? Like your pact is made. He's told you secret things, right? And he's like, well, I think I'm here for another week or two. They really didn't have a date, but Ator said that the new owners were going to come in with a lot of folks. We had to show him the ropes, and then he couldn't guarantee our jobs anymore. So you might be looking at a new junior blacksmith.
Oh, wow. I'm sorry to hear that.
Right, at this point I'll step in then. So, is she? Are you sitting down at the table with him?
No, I think we're in the stables.
Oh, stables. Sorry, yeah, you're in the stables. I'm going to step in, come round like the corner of the stable, whatever, and put my hand on his shoulder and say, well, what about a different kind of career path? What about trying to make your way in the world as an adventurer? What about fame and glory and riches and women? And I'll smile and give him the wink, the left eye.
Yeah, he just sort of looks at you a little wide-eyed, right? And he's like, "Are you think I could be an adventurer like you? And Alicia? And
maybe
Maverick?"
Not like me. I mean, maybe not quite like me, but you could still be a great adventurer. Yeah, bear in mind, I'm a fighter / bard, so I am like armed with 2 swords. I still look like a fighter, and this guy's like, that's why he loved Alicia, because she's a fighter. So yeah, like show him my swords and give him a swing around and say, yeah, wouldn't you like to try and make your way? I mean,
he's like, wow, that'd be really cool. And you mostly like you adventure in town too, so I like could still go see my family at night. That would be cool.
No, not so much. I mean, we're probably going to be leaving.
Oh.
I mean, adventurers, you're on the road. It's a different life. It's a life of risk versus reward, of course. It's not fun and games. It's not like the jousts and the tournaments in the cities. It's real. There's no blunted swords.
How long are you going to be at the tavern? A few more days?
Something like that.
Okay. Well, please, sir, don't leave without talking to me again, but I got to think about it. I don't want to be wrong either way.
Please think about it. It's not all fun and frivolous. It's a serious life of grime and blood and sweat and tears and pain for the riches and reward and fame and glory.
Yeah, and he nods, and he like tries to interrupt you because he's really excited. He's like, I know all about pain and blood. Look at these animals. They stink.
And I'm like, we know that I'm like this inexperienced guy that's just started out. He doesn't know this. This guy thinks I'm the shit. So I'm gonna be like,
you have 2 swords, man. Like,
yeah. He thinks I'm the shit. So I'm gonna be like, oh, the smell of some smelly animals is nothing compared to the blood of your enemies. But you start to and then I'll start to give them this. Oh, you'll grow to love it.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
I'm just hyping it up like. but then obviously I'm telling him that it's risk versus reward, and he can get himself killed, and we wouldn't want to be responsible for that. It's his own decision, and that he should be careful.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Alicia would also nod and reiterate that it's not all fun.
Sure.
We've been injured. We've been bleeding. We've seen other people die, and it's not all fun. So do think about it.
Okay, I will. And he like, has anybody seen Parks and Recreation? Completely. Okay, have you seen the episode where Paul Rudd is being like he's running for mayor or whatever? Congressman. I don't fucking remember what he's running for. He has this scene where he runs up to Leslie and he says like some dumb shit. I don't remember what he was, but then he's like, okay, yeah, everybody's invited. Tell all your friends. And he like sort of runs and then he like stops and you can literally see him like forget what he's doing and he looks around and he just blitzes again. And that's exactly what this kid does. Like he's so excited and there's so many different trains of thought. He like sort of runs and then realizes he's supposed to be working and he just like runs to the nearest bucket and he like just grabs both of them and then like the water's going everywhere and he's like just dragging it through the straw and shit. Like he's not making any progress. He's just too excited to focus, and then he just sort of fucks off the frame.
Turn around to Alicia and give her a nod, like, yeah, he'll be a great hero, great adventurer.
Yeah.
We'll make a man of him, I'm sure. Or a dead kid.
Yeah, one of the two. Fucking A, right?
If he doesn't trip over his toes, we'll be fine.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. Okay. So Winnie, you said you were like out in the fields helping farmers and shit?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you okay with like traveling across like the little boat ferries and everything to like get out to one of these?
Yeah, I probably wouldn't stand near the edge because I don't have a swimming proficiency.
Sure. So there's actually like, because you've done this a couple times now, right? Or at least stopped by. Yeah. Okay.
Right.
So they're gonna come up to you and like, I'm gonna speculate here. I don't know that this is a stereotype that is true, but it's true in my worlds right now, right? Like these farmers fucking love to gab. They just live for standing there, hiking up their pants, chewing on some tobacco, and just fucking talking all day long, right? And they're like, "Oh, Winnie, oh, did you hear the latest, huh?"
Oh, what's the latest?
It's like, well, I guess we're gonna have some idle hands, you know, something, the devil, something, the long O. They shut us down. Fucking dwarves. And he looks at you, and you know him well enough that he's joking, but everyone else looks like back and forth. They're like, what the fuck was that? What's gonna happen next?
Oh man, what did they shut it down for?
Right, and so the you know, whatever chief farmer, right, starts cackling because you just took it in stride, right? Like he was trying to make a joke, and he's like, oh, I don't know, some dispute, something or other.
Oh goodness. Oh, what does that mean for you?
Well, grain's got a couple weeks, maybe a month stored right before it'll start going bad. Mice get into it. Cows get a little bigger, I guess. That's not so bad. But it's a sign of things changing, isn't it?
Aye, that it is. I can see if I can find out any more and when they're expected to have it back up and running, but pray be with you. I don't know what all I can do here.
Can only think of it happened one other time, and that was when I was young. That was just the tail end of the war or a war, right?
Oh, would I know anything about that war?
How old are you? In game.
Like I think I'm 100 in game. Thank you.
Yeah.
True task, lady David.
Yeah, if you're 100, definitely. The tail end of there was about not quite 50 years ago, but right, people would say about 50 years ago, where the tension started rising. The dwarves out of nowhere like seceded. A group of them seceded from like the nation, and just like went back to an ancestral like dwarven holdout and just drew tons and tons of them together, right? Pooled resources, pooled money, and they were the first dwarves that invented gunpowder. And then they
So-
just went after. They just went absolutely bonkers.
So I lied. I'm 61.
Oh, okay.
Would I still know that?
So they would have talked about it, right? But it's a thing that you would like as a kid, right? Like your fucking Uncle Schmelf or something might have gone to war, but
Uncle Schmelf, write that down.
Oh, good old
Oh,
Uncle Schmelf.
He is keeping that name. I'm writing that down.
right. But by then, by the time that you could like do something with it, it was over, right? It was a few years. It's actually where Prince Soleo started his like conquering of non-elven lands. He came out of it like a war hero.
Gotcha. I remember my Uncle Schmelf telling me a little bit about that when I was just a lassie. I can see what I can do, but this is a lot of politics that I might not be able to help much with.
You know what they say about politics, don't you, Winnie?
Yes.
Worthless.
Right, yes.
Says the diplomat of the group.
Goes, well, at any rate, if you've got 2 free hands, we're gonna work like the long O's open, because hopefully it will be.
Yes. I can help wherever needed.
Yeah, he nods. Do you want to do a do you have any like agriculture, animal husbandry sort of non-weapon proficiencies?
I have fishing, weather sense, healing, cooking, and religion.
Cooking or weather sense would actually be awesome. I would like either.
Okay, I'll do weather sense.
Okay. Ah, damn.
Oh,
So yeah, what is your prediction for the next week?
Well, it's gonna be sunny as hell.
Okay, cool. Yeah. I don't know what farmers do with that information, but fucking tomorrow morning
happy.
what's that? They're
They'll
happy.
be happy. If they've got hay that's going to be coming due,
Yeah.
they cut it down because while it's down, if it rains, it goes moldy.
Okay.
So if it's sunny, they're happy.
Yeah, I was gonna say they're right. A big thumbs up. And tomorrow morning when they all get up, they look outside and it's just torrential downpour. They're like, Winnie!
they've all cut their pants into shorts. They're all like getting ready for the summer.
Absolutely. Was that Goophin? I apologize. Is that like a term they use when it what did you say, when it's ready? When it comes ready?
Yeah, when because the wheat grows to a certain point, or any crop grows to a certain point, and then they cut it, and they'll leave it on the ground to start it to dry,
Okay.
or they pick it up and put it in. But if the rain's coming, they'll cut it and get it off the ground.
Sure. And just let it dry
If
elsewhere.
it rains, it goes moldy and they lose the crop.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. That makes sense when you say it. I just feels bad about predicting the way. Yeah, Winnie will remember that. Cool. I'm a huge. I love that stuff, right? Like I love to have that like piece of, because like you can make it up and that's fine, right? Like we can play the game and move along, but it's like if you actually know what it is, like the game's informational, right? You can base more things off of it, and then somewhere down the road, you know what I mean? You don't have people discovering that like porcupines are real or something, you know?
Right.
Weird shit like that. I'm also a huge collector of like gaming phrases. Like every table sort of creates their own like idioms basically. So at Gen Con 2 years ago, I played with this. I actually played with Matt Jowett. He's the Twitch director for Free League now. He used to be with Zweihander and Grim and Perilous. But like, so he was running the game. I was a rando. One of Matt's friends was a rando, and then there was 4 dudes from this gaming group that really wanted to learn Zweihander. And we had like a 3-hour session, good time, everybody laughed and everything. But we were like stuck between like 2 really tough decisions, right? Do we push the envelope and go for this thing, or do we just cut our losses, make a little bit of money and leave? And like all 4 of them at the same time were like, all rats got to smoke the pipe eventually. And I was like, I'm sorry, what? And then they just sort of looked at me like, all rats got to smoke the pipe eventually. And I was like, okay, you said that with the cadence of like, you know, a prayer or a hymn. It was a chant, a mantra. Like, what does that mean? They were like, all rats got to smoke the pipe eventually, man. So essentially, it was like your time will come due, right? Like you're gonna have you got to try. Like that's gonna be the moment. It either works or it doesn't. But it's that moment will come. And I was just like, man, that was a great saying.
All rats got to smoke a pipe eventually.
Yeah, it was just so good.
I like you can't put shit back in the camel.
You can't put shit back in the camel, right? Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's it, right? Like every gaming group will sort of like build their own, you know what I mean? Whether it's based on the game or it's just based on something that somebody funny said, but
Yep.
yeah. Okay. Cool. So where do we want to pick up these pieces? You got some gifts for some people.
Yep. So I'm happy to take it from there. Then I'll come back from market with the cloak for Alicia and the kit for Winifred.
Mm-hmm.
And we can come back to like doing our next, meeting, like what we're going to do about this. Are we going to have to get out of here? Are these people going to end up blaming us for all this? We're going to have to discuss that.
Yeah.
So the Longo shut down. Everybody
so
hates doors.
Do you want to cut to that night, Winnie, so you're back?
Yeah, I'll just walk in. Oh, it seems like they got like a blight going around with their chickens or something. So many farmers are missing their chickens.
Missing the chickens.
Yeah, it was crazy. They said that, I guess their chickens are passing or something. I don't know if they're near and dear to them. I think one of them said they were going to taxidermy them. Kind of odd, but it's okay.
Well, it's funny you say that. You never guess what I saw at the market. Taxidermy chickens.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Check that out.
There's strange thing about chickens here. I don't know what that is all about. But yeah, I got you a gift. This is why I was looking at taxidermy things. So, Alicia, I've got you this cloak. It's a bull, because you're a raging bull barbarian. I thought you'd like it. Keep you warm in the colder weather that's coming. And then it gives a sideways, I break the fourth wall sideways glance at Winifred, because he wasn't there. And I've got this for you, and you can make your own soap. So you don't need to spend all your money buying soap. You can make some. Buy the stuff and make some.
Oh, my
Thank you very
friend.
much.
Too kind of you, RX. Can't even thank you enough.
This is a beautiful cloak. I like it. Puts it on. Put on.
So, team, what we're going to do here, are we going to skip town? They're going to blame us for the Longo getting shut down, aren't they? I feel like they're going to just use us as the scapegoat here, and we're going to get the blame for this. I don't know if we should just get out of here. I'm very paranoid.
I'm surprised you got back here without somebody grabbing you.
We need to find Snorri also. If we're to find this merchant, this dwarf merchant, we need to get a move on before it's dangerous for us to be here, I think.
Well, it's almost time for AI Twin to get off work. Shall we go see if he knows anything?
That's a good idea.
Aye.
Twin.
Alright.
Had to do
And
it.
I think I'll bring Morgan with me this time, not leave her in the stable in case we do need to skedaddle quickly.
Sure.
Is there anything we need to get from our room? Winnie, did you leave any soap behind?
I don't think so.
Always a few
Maybe some
scrapes.
shavings on the counter, but
Yeah. We're just about an hour in. I'm actually going to refill my drink if that works for everybody. Just do like a quick 2-3 minute stretch a leg.
Can
yeah,
do.
works for me.
All
To
right,
the bathroom
cool.
and everything.
Yeah,
Nice
yeah.
one.
Yeah. And then we'll get
Okay.
to see the Be Right Back logo.
Yeah. I'll pop that up just now. Right. So I will be right back.
All
Where
right.
is it?
Oh, so nice.
Oh, that was sick.
It is good.
Hi, gang.
I have to confess, I'm totally surprised we weren't all behind bars when this session started.
Hello?
Hello.
Yay.
I was just saying, I'm totally surprised we weren't all behind bars when this session started.
Well, yeah, like, I feel quite good about that as well. I thought, the thing is, like, I don't want to count our blessings too quick. Do you know? I feel like we've not hit any major repercussions from this yet. Like, and I think
Yeah.
it's, you know, and I think it's going to be worse than just stealing a golden goose. I think we're going to end up getting the scapegoat for the long hole getting shut down and that guy dying and everything. I think.
That's why Morgan's coming with us. I don't trust that we won't have people coming after us.
Yeah, I think we might have to hit the
Can't
road.
lose Winnie's ladder after all. It is attached to Morgan's.
Yeah, I think we might have to hit the road. Like,
Anybody know how to make their iPhone turn from one way to the other? I can't get the little thing to
Drag
show.
from the drag from the top right. Oh wait, what kind of iPhone is it?
10.
Okay,
Oh, no, got it. It's the top right. Thank you.
Yep.
just gonna mute my mic for a second.
Hey, Winnie, Brew, how did you put in there that Winifred feels bad?
/E, and then you type whatever you want it to say after your name, basically.
/E.
Yep. So emote, kind of basically.
Do you know I've got 1,250 something hours in Roll20 and I've never done that.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Shanita removing at dwarf speed, which is half a human speed.
I could probably even ride a Maverick.
Come on, aye.
Yeah, he's big enough.
Well, she can ride the horse because she's got the ladder to get up, so she's got options.
Yep.
Come on, Stumpy, let's go.
Oh, I can't spell. Yeah, I need to get like a water bottle just for streaming or something. I drink way too fast.
That's a good thing.
That's why I have like 3 glasses in front of me.
Yeah, that's playing it smart. Okay, so did I miss anything in particular? The group
Nope.
was the goal was iTwin, right?
Yeah, because I think he's going to point us to Snorri, which is irons backwards, by the way, everybody.
Which is what?
Irons, like Jeremy.
Absolutely. Jeremy Irons is awesome, and in the one of the D&D movies.
Yes.
All right,
I think the only actor in it.
you're not wrong.
I've seen the second and third one, they're even worse.
I have actually only seen the first and the third. I haven't been able to find the second anywhere.
I wouldn't go out your way. We're getting a big budget one apparently, but they've been saying that for a while now. Set in Forgotten Realms.
Oh, is
We
it
are
set in the
finding
Forgotten
it.
Realms?
Apparently so, yeah. But they've been talking about a Thundercats movie for about 35 years. Where's that?
Right.
Anyway, I digress.
Yeah.
D&D budget
So-
movie, where are you? Come on, Hollywood.
Yeah, so I will say, I don't think the third one's amazing, but I think it's at least an okay movie. I definitely like Jeremy Irons in the first one, though.
Jeremy Irons is never bad, mate.
Sorry, I'm eating like I have sunflower seeds, pretzels, and peanuts. It's just like as crunchy as it gets.
That is top
All
tier
right.
D&D snackage, bro. I'm proud of you. You know how seriously I
Go
take
through
D&D
my grade,
snack.
go for it.
I was watching one of Dave's games this week, and I was grilling all the players like, "What snacks you got, guys?" Somebody had pizza. I was like, "What you got? What you got?" Somebody had ice cream. I was like, "What flavor?" rate my D&D snacks. I'm going to start a new review series podcast.
Honestly, people probably love it.
Rate my D&D snacks, yeah.
Yeah. So you know where iTwin's job was, at least, right? So you kind of start heading that way, and you get, pretty much the whole way there, and then you're kind of confronted with the awful truth that like those farmers weren't lying. Like the Long O is closed, right? Like somewhere between like the elven situation and the dwarven situation, like they are not on speaking terms right now. And then you're like, crap.
Now his workplace was like an office for the Long O, wasn't it? Like the office of the for.
Didn't he get demoted to the mail room or something?
Yeah.
Or, no.
So it's like the depot. Sorry, depot would be the word I'm looking for.
Yeah, he was customs, and then he got bumped down.
Yeah.
He had
So
to work.
would it-
He had to work with the MailChimp, and
Does that mean
everybody groaned
that
at me.
place- So the whole place is shut down then. So where is it? Where is she?
Yeah.
Well, after 4:00 was when we met him at the restaurant. So that's what we figured. Like he says he's often there after work. That's where he goes to eat. So that's where I was thinking why we were waiting for him to be off work. We go check out, I think it's Yak's place. Oh, great. Yak.
Is this my first time bumping into Yak after being with her sister? It will be, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to try and downplay it as much as I can. Like,
Was that your intention? Because in the moment, you obviously, you got her eye. You had 2 days, so you spend some time with your ting.
oh yeah, mate.
Okay.
Quality time.
Okay. Yeah. So
I'm not gonna roll that critical hit and then not get my quality time yet.
not use
Absolutely.
it.
We
Yeah.
don't need to go into details, but yeah.
Okay. So Yiting hasn't asked you to bring her around the bar yet. She's waiting for something, but it's okay. So yeah, seeing that, iTwin's business is closed, yeah, you kind of double back to the Harpy, which is open, which is nice, and it's about the same fare there as normal, right? There's, I don't know, 4 or 5 people. It's still rather early for dinner, but she always seems to keep a bit of a crowd going.
And this is where we would expect to see iTwin after his work. But we don't know what job he has now. That's 2
If he
jobs
has a
we've
job.
lost him.
Well, yeah, I have no idea what the customs guys. If there's no train coming in, there's probably no customs. So, who knows?
We just sit around here and have dinner and wait for him to see if he shows up, I guess.
Yeah. So Yak will come by. She just says, well, I haven't seen any of you around in a few days.
Yeah, I had business to attend to.
Oh. That's what this is, huh? Business. Got it.
Business pleasure, a little from column A, a little from column B. You know how it is. And give her the wink. The right eye, remember. You want me to roll for that?
Yeah, go ahead.
Nice.
Let's see if she still has a soft spot for you if she's mad.
Boom.
Okay.
Nailed it. That's way under my charisma.
Yeah, she's like, well, it's good to see you, especially in such trying times.
Tell her she's looking beautiful as ever.
Yeah, she laughs. Says, so what's going on with the hostel I put you up in? I heard the Golden Geese is shutting down. Or changing.
I heard it's changing ownership, yeah. I didn't hear any more than that about anything, about any geese or anything. Nervous smile.
She's like, oh, weird to specify, but okay.
So, yeah, has iTwin been around?
She
Is he still coming around every day?
She sighs. Her shoulders slump. She looks at you with a pained expression.
Okay, so I'll raise my eyebrows at her. Like, go on, tell me more.
She says, oh, little iTwin. Well, he didn't take his demotion very well. And then, obviously, news circulates fast inside the Long O. When they started saying that they were going to shut down due to some difficulties with the dwarves, he's out on the streets. And I can't convince him to come inside or eat or anything.
So he's living out in the streets.
She sits down, right? Like she was doing something when you guys came in. She like worked her way over, right? She sits down with a tray, and she's like, "RX, he's like a mad barker. He's screaming at all hours of the night about religion. He's gone completely crazy."
Oh my. Okay, so where did you last see him? Where in the town did you last see him?
He's moving around. Sometimes he's like they pushed him away from the market a few times, and obviously the religious district doesn't want him. So I think he's probably in the alleyways with the beggars, the poets.
The dirty beggars. The dirty beggars and crippled poets. Right,
Trevor's over there with him.
What's that?
Trevor, the dirty beggar, is over there.
Right, exactly.
We've got some contacts in that circle, so I guess I look at the guys like I think we need to go looking for him. Like, iTwin's gone mad, and it's kind of our fault. Or we started the ball rolling anyway.
I agree.
She says, well, let me feed you at least. I haven't seen you in days.
Yeah. Okay, so I'll buy dinner for everybody.
She laughs. She says, you don't need to buy dinner here. Come on. And she gives you a playful punch on your shoulder.
Yes. Okay. I give her a playful. Oh, that like that, like it hurt, and then give her a wink. One of them. So I guess we'll eat then.
Yeah.
And then I think we need to go find iTwin.
I think so too.
Any other questions for Yak?
No, to downplay the yak situation as much as possible. That's just another thing that's going to get me in trouble. Because she doesn't know about me and her sister doesn't know about me and her. Like, they're unaware of each other at the moment.
Elisa's the one who had the conversation with Yachting, correct?
Yeah.
I don't know if I want to bring it up.
Reasonable.
I think letting sleeping dogs lie until somebody confronts me with it is the safer way to go.
And if Alicia does bring up Yitting, I will give her I'll look as if, oh, who's Yitting? I've never heard of her before. Like, do you know what I mean? I'm going to plead ignorance when Yitting is mentioned, if she is mentioned.
Yeah, she has no reason to bring her up. As far as she's aware, that's been settled long ago.
Yeah.
Okay. So you pretty much just eat, make small talk, keep, up on your relationship. But otherwise, the next scene is going out into the streets looking for iTwin.
Can we keep an eye peeled for Snorri too, maybe?
Absolutely. I see. So second edition doesn't do this the same way as like third and fourth and fifth would do. Third and fourth and fifth just be like, roll. Did you find him? No. Okay. Try again. Right. Second edition is really more interested in where do you go, who do you talk to, who do you look for.
Well, I guess I want to go back to near the warehouse where we fought the dust methods, because that will be our best chance of bumping into Trevor and Work.
Okay.
I think. What do you think, guys?
I agree, unless I would have knowledge of where to find them based off of my class kit.
I would say you have this skill, whereas a lot of people could theoretically throw money at this situation, but might not get a lot for it, right? Like, I'm gonna generalize again because it's not like I've actually done this, but I would be inclined to believe that if I went up to someone living on the streets and handed them a couple dollars and asked them for information, it's literally a total crapshoot what I'm gonna get, right?
Yeah.
Not that they would willingly, willfully lie to me or anything, but it's just you never know, right? I think Winnie's got the experience to like, I am of the people. Like, you can trust me. Yep. I'm not gonna. This isn't gonna affect you in any way. Like, I'm just looking for somebody. I think that yeah, I think you can spend a little bit of money and get like really good information relatively quickly.
I think I read your kit. It's detailed in the kit. Like, you get amongst peasants, you'll always be housed, you always be fed, and I can't remember, but I'm pretty sure it pertains to information as well. Like,
yeah, you get, I think, +2 to their reaction.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Yeah, I'm totally down with that. I think that makes perfect sense, right?
Yeah, I think Winifred, if you were to ask around, it's her best bet. Yeah.
So, and we don't have to like exactly role play this unless you want to, right? But I'm kind of curious what the montage looks like. How do you approach people? Who do you approach? Does everyone have a little sliver of soap in their hand when you leave, kind of thing?
I mean, I think I'd leave them. I'd like to think that I'd leave them with that,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, reasonable.
Just handing out soap to the beggars. But what if
yeah, it's kind of like handing out like sack lunches, Like, I'm just going around and, oh, how are you today? Can I offer you some soap free of charge? Just Freya's blessed soap. Hopefully it brings you many blessings and good fortune. And would you happen to know anything about a fella named AI Twin or a dwarf that is named Snorri?
Yeah. Let's see. Okay. Oh, yeah, and somebody replies like, "Oh, that iTwin, yeah, getting into lots of trouble lately. I've seen him. You his friend, family?"
Hi, we're friends of him. Unfortunately, I think we've kind of led to some of his misfortune lately on accident, and we're just trying to set it right, and we're hoping you can lead us to him.
Yeah, poor Twin. He has had a rough go of it. He's been getting into fights. He's been making trouble with people. He's getting in faces. You know, a lot of the towns will let you, and the guy will snicker, right? He's like, they'll let you be a little weird, you know, as long as you don't get in the way. But Twin's going up and grabbing people and screaming in faces.
Oh, this poor boy. Do you know where he was last at?
Yeah, I saw him kicked out of the market. Would it be about midday yesterday? And he just sort of started walking, just sort of mumbling to himself.
Any idea where he might be staying at night these days?
Yeah, I think they'd give you a few suggestions, right? Like, and similar to that, right? Like if you have like the relative, like, okay, we'll take this ferry, go to this island kind of thing. Like I didn't name all the districts or anything.
Oh, well, Freya be with you, and here's some soap, and if there's anything I can do for you, just let me know. We're at the inn that's undergoing the management right now. It's changed. I don't know if you ever want to stop in there, but if you do, just call for Winifred and see what I can do to help you.
Yeah, he'll nod. He'll say, "Thank you, Winnie. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm gonna use this soap. I'm gonna get clean. I'm gonna get a job."
We'll get clean.
By golly, you will.
And then, like, as soon as you leave, he sort of like flops down, right?
Oh.
Oh, toss a coin to your Twitcher. I like that. We'll do a cover. Yeah, okay. So how long are... Because, so we're going to say went till 4, dinner till like 5:30, about another hour and a half. So it's about 7 right now. Y'all are still pushing it, looking for iTwin?
Yeah, I want to find him.
Okay.
He's just gonna cause us more problems.
Okay. So, Goophin, you haven't
Arix,
rolled...
you have special hearing. Can you hear him yelling and screaming?
Right, yeah. I mean, trying to locate him by echolocation. Goophin, go ahead and roll in roll 20. Go ahead and roll me a d4, will you? So, just like that, except without the period. Oh, you got it. Nice. Ooh, okay. We got it.
Match.
So, yeah, so it's only about another hour, about 8 at night, when you are finally able to locate this guy. And he's got essentially like a few boxes kind of pushed together, and he's standing on top of them, and he seems to be delivering some sort of sermon to like the two, homeless folks sleeping around him, and like a few animals seem to have lined up. You're not sure if he's tricked them with food or whatever's going on, right? From the last time you saw him, he's concocted some headpiece, right? He's got like horns, and then between the horns he's draped like a chain, and then on the chain he's got like more of his wires. They're like thrown up and then over, and they're like dangling over his face, and he's like swaying, and they're like he's keeping them like constantly in motion as he's sort of like prattling on about like going to the ancestral lands, and returning from home and learning ancient wisdom and all of this kind of weird shit.
Oh, I know a soapbox when I see one.
Yeah, I was just going soapbox.
Mm-hmm.
I guess we'll just walk up to him and hey, Twin, is that you?
Yeah, and he just like he turns kind of wide, right, with bloodshot eyes that have not seen sleep in a few days, and he's like, "Come, all ye faithful,
Joyful and triumphant.
hail to the ancient dreams."
Now, what god is it? Please tell me it's not Freya. What god is he preaching?
I swear I'll keep the faith. I swear I'll keep the faiths from the depths, from the deep,
Is it
from the
Cthulhu?
tangle.
Or the
Oh, my
tangle?
boy. Might
So
we get you some food or something?
And he right, and he recoils and he jumps off of his box. And he says, he finally like seems to move past the prayer and the chanting. As he says, they closed the long O.
Aye, we heard.
Things are getting bad.
Aye, we heard that as well.
He just sort of flops onto the ground. He just very unceremoniously.
No, we're all here with him. None of us are out of earshot, so I can talk to him as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's no other job for you. You're just out in the street here preaching. You're a street preacher now. You're a mad street preacher bum, right? That's what you're doing now.
Yeah, he just sort of throws his hand around. He's like, they can't fire me from this. Huh? Take my job, huh? Come on. And he just sort of fires back into chanting weird. He's like, in thy name let us behold the ancients in their wisdom deep in the woods. From the depths I have returned. From the depths they have also come. Hail to the ancient dreams.
The ancient dream, right? Are you writing this down, Goof? The ancient dream. The tangle. Remember they said the tangle again? That's like the upside down, right?
The which one?
The tangle.
That's like their network.
Yeah.
You're right.
But he doesn't mention a name. He just says the ancient dream, right?
Yeah.
I'm writing this down. I never write anything down. This guy's madness is the most like coherent thing for me. I'm writing that down. The ancient dream, like. So this mad guy's giving us the best info. I'm writing him down. But he's gone loopy. Like, he won't like respond to us if we ask him proper questions. He won't give us proper answers. He's just going to rant this nonsense. Or
He's kind of in between, right?
yeah, a bit of both. Okay. I think we need to try and get him some food and rest.
Or what's the dream been telling you? Feed into the delusion, see if he'll tell us anything.
Right. Yeah. This is really good. So hold on, I gotta look something up again. I like that you did that.
Oh yeah.
You're gonna roll a saving throw, Alicia. I just gotta figure out which one it is.
See.
It was the
Quick
same problem I had
question,
last time. I can't find the dang.
Would
Yeah.
cure light wounds only cure like physical wounds, or would it cure like mental?
Yeah,
illness
I think the
and stuff?
cutoff is at heal. I think heal and like lesser restoration are the first ones that start doing like mental faculties.
Gotcha.
What do you think, Oliver?
Cure disease doesn't even do mental faculties, does it?
Yeah, I don't.
Cure disease
I
is
don't
only
think
physical.
So. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's up to higher level spells. Like,
Saving throw.
Well,
so I think it's something that you are capable of doing in the future, but not at the moment. Excuse me.
What the heck? Where are they? Yeah, go ahead and just roll a d20, Goophin. If you get really low, we're not going to even have to worry about it, right? Like, okay, so
Quite low.
oh no, wait, or am I flipping those? Or saving throws high?
Saving throw, you want to roll high, yeah.
Oh shit. Okay, so we do need to know that. Fuck.
That's gonna be
I
a
can't. There's a chart somewhere in here, in the stupid PHP, and I can never find this blasted thing when I need it.
What are you looking for?
I just want the list of the saving throws because I know there's the magic, the death magic, the paralyzation, the breath weapon. There's like 5 of them, and I just want to because I don't know exactly what he's doing, so I need to like make sure.
All right, so you just want to like take what he's doing and like
So
see which one of the 5 it fits into.
yeah, so he looks up at her, and he is in a trance. He is in a religious trance. He's channeling something beyond his means, and I want to know if Alicia like is forced to look away because of like the power and the fear that is just like pouring out of him, right? Like if it is so physically revolting at like a primal level, or if she just pushes through that because that's who she is.
She's a barbarian,
right?
She'll just push through it.
Table 60 has it for
table 60, huh? Let's see.
Yeah, it's paralyzation, poison, or death magic, rod, staff, or wand.
Yeah.
Petrification,
sorry.
or polymorph, breath weapon, or spell.
So probably spell or paralyzation. Let's just do paralyzation. So what's your paralyzation score, Goophin?
16.
16. Okay.
No, sorry, 14.
14.
14, sorry.
All right, let's go ahead and roll one more time. We should have had it ahead of time, and I just figured we'd roll and keep it easy. So you get one more shot at this.
14 or higher.
Yeah, they'll go for 14 or higher.
So you want just a 1d20?
Yeah. Okay. Oh, you rolled a
Unless
d10.
you rolled a d10.
Whoops, sorry.
That's okay.
Nope, wrong one. My mouse will hit the right one.
There you go.
Okay. Okay. So unfortunately, there it is. Character saving throws. That's why I wasn't finding it. So unfortunately, and you can flavor this however you want, Alicia. And I'd actually be curious to hear what you are thinking. But you tried to you feed into it, right? And you asked like, what is it asking of you, right?
Yeah. What are you seeing in your dreams?
And have you ever watched the fuck is it? Event Horizon. You ever watch Event Horizon?
No.
Okay. Event Horizon's like it's a really good movie. Probably as close to a Warhammer 40k movie as we're ever gonna get. But like the entire ship goes mad, and there's a dude who like carves weird runes onto his like eyeballs and I think technically his eyelids, right? But he's like just super crazy. Right. And that's basically what happens here is you get this like fractured flash you see like behind the veil of what's going on with AI Twin, and you're looking at him and he is just like he's so gone. He just looks up at you and his mouth is just like pouring in blood, right? And you see like behind his eyes are just like these glowing red embers, right? Like there's this a second vision, like the film would have been double exposed or something when you look at him. It's just this vision of like madness, this crazy look up on his face. So I'm curious because I can give you suggestions if you want, but like you're forced to look away. You're compelled to just like move past this even for a moment. And again, not wanting to tell you what to do, but like this could very easily be like, oh, that's gross, right? You could almost see like your brother in it, right? Like the madness of power, right, is such that like it stirs something in you and you have to hold yourself back from hitting him. It could also be like your compassion, right? Like maybe you don't love this kid, but you care for him, right? And to see him so gone hurts. You know what I mean?
It would be the latter. Alicia isn't. She thinks about stuff and she thinks about what she sees and she's like, oh my God, where is this kid gone?
Yeah. Like, right. And it's only been a few days.
Is he still there?
Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah. And he right. Like he looks at it. He looks up at you. Right. And obviously like he isn't pouring in blood and his eyes haven't evaporated or anything, but he just looks at you and he goes, I think they're calling me again.
Calling you again? Are you allowed to be called twice?
I'll be the first. I'll be the only. I'll be the most
that would
important.
Be very special.
Now, this guy's absolutely mad. I would like to try something with him if I get a chance. I want to try. Now, I'm going to use the old bullshit here. Mm-hmm. It's my greatest weapon, and I'm going to try and act like I'm a cleric of this deity that he's worshipping, and I'm going to tell him, like, act like I'm higher up in the order than him, and I'm going to tell him that his mad behavior is going to get us in trouble, and he needs to tone it down and start living a normal life if he really wants to serve the ancient dream properly. Okay. And yeah, I want to try and roll for that, to bluff the guy, bullshit him that I'm his superior in this church.
Okay.
It's just made up.
So this is your I have a 5% chance to do anything.
No, I can do it. I guess it's acting. I want to make an acting check.
Okay.
Okay.
So I'm going to tell you that this is not likely to work because he does have a connection to this god. But as always, you can roll.
Okay. So let me bring up my character sheet then. I'll do it from there, and then I guess you'd give it whatever penalty it has.
Yeah.
Cool. Character sheet wants to take forever to load up. Excuse me.
Absolutely.
Every time. Don't know why I don't just leave it up. I'll put it on this screen. Okay. Proficiencies. See, acting. Yeah, acting.
Sure.
You hate
critical
to see failure. You hate to see it.
I was gonna say I think it's less that you have a penalty and it's more just that like it's not gonna be as much effect. You might be able to convince him you believe in the religion, you know what I mean, and he might give you a little more. But I think in this case he just he continues like just raving. He seems to have completely gone past what's left of iTwin, and he's just repeating his little mantra and everything. He knows you. He's not like afraid of what you guys are going to do to him or anything. So if you want to just sort of like righten him and like walk him somewhere to like get food or try and bring him inside, he's not going to like fight you, at least not yet.
That's my eventual plan.
Yeah.
At this point, yeah.
Yeah. I think that's right. Cause we don't want to sit here for an hour. Like, okay, I try and talk to him like this. Okay. I try and poke like he doesn't care. Like he's all mental right now. He doesn't care about his body.
Yeah.
So yeah. Okay.
I mean, I'll look at the guys like I can't do anything with this.
How about we take him back to the inn with us, Oryx? Or hey, I tried.
I think feeding him and getting him some rest might help. We might have a better crack at him if he's ate and rested.
Yeah.
Hi.
I'll grab an arm.
Nice.
And as we're walking, I'll just talk to him about the calling and just try and keep his mind somewhat focused on that.
Sure.
So that he's not as much aware that we're moving him or jostling him or anything.
Right.
I mean, I put my arm around his kind of like the back of his waist, like he's more friendly, but then if he's not moving, I can just kind of squeeze ever so slightly tighter, and I can be very subtle about the fact that I'm moving him along.
Yeah, I think of him a lot like a good friend of yours who's very drunk, right? Like he's going on about nonsense, but he's pretty much going along with what you say. You just got to redirect him. Like he's gonna be like, "Oh, I want nachos," and you're like, "Nah, we got to get to bed, man." And he's like, "Oh, okay, bed." And then 3 minutes later, he's like, "Man, I'm thirsty."
Yeah, basically, we're going to get nachos. Yeah, we're going to get a drink, like all that, like just
Right.
appeasing them. Yeah, doing that.
Cool. Yeah, I'm totally fine with that. I think you probably get a look when you bring him back to 12 Golden Geese because it does look like you're bringing street trash into the place, but you're like, he's their friend. Like whatever, they don't care. You know what I mean? They got bigger problems right now.
Get back there and try and get him fed and get him rested in a room there, I guess.
Yeah. Okay.
In the room with me. I'll keep an eye on him.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I don't put him in a room by himself.
No, I'll go in the room with him.
Mm-hmm. All right. So since Goophin did the last one, Brew, I'm gonna ask you to roll a d4.
I don't wanna.
Yeah, matching me would be bad right now. Let's see if it happens. Okay, you're safe. Okay. So that was a roll to see if Yak, who was also worried about iTwin, was hanging out outside your door waiting to see if you found him with Yating in the next room. You got lucky.
Thank goodness.
Okay. So, let's take a step back for just a quick minute. I want to do an inventory of everybody's personal goals. Anything they might want clarification on, and then like what does the group want to accomplish?
I'll go first then. Short term, I want to see if we can get information about this iTwin, about Snorri the Dwarf, primarily, and I want to get him fed and rested so that he can be all right. Short term. Long term, mid term, we need to find that merchant for that thing, and I am focused on that. I keep getting distracted, but I remember that we are focused on that. And long term for me is I've got some personal family issues to work out. There you go.
So, sorry, what was that about the merchant?
This dwarf merchant that we were here to find in the first place, we need to. I think this is why we want to get some sense out of iTwin. I think because he worked at the Longbow, I think he knows a bit more, and he might know about the true identity of the story. So I think, yeah, our main priority is him.
Nice.
Right now. iTwin.
Okay. Cool. Who would like to go next?
I'll go next. Short term, I think it's just keeping an eye out. Elise is very curious, concerned, and wary of the whole network, the whole change, all of the Primus stuff. It's not only that it's new, there's something off about it.
Mm-hmm.
And so she's concerned about it, doesn't want us to get into a loop that we can't get out of.
Sure.
And so just very cautious, wanting to keep everybody together because I think we're going to have to run.
Yeah, I'm sleeping with an open window in the room. Ready to bail.
Yeah. And I'm actually, Alicia's thinking of sleeping with the animals.
Mm-hmm.
Just so that she's there, she can take them all. Any kind of signal that we prearranged that I can get out of there fast with all of them.
Sure. Okay.
And then long term, I still haven't settled yet. Originally, the goal was to make the money to get back to show up her brother. I think it might be to be worthy to take over the clan.
Okay.
Because
which is tough.
She really
right?
doesn't like the way her brother's running things.
Yeah.
Her dad was a kinder, gentler soul, but he was a fair man,
mm-hmm.
and her brother's not fair at all, and it bothers her.
Okay. Cool. All right.
For me, short term.
Yeah.
Probably to take care of AI Twin and figure out, kind of how we can start picking up the pieces from the destruction that we've caused inadvertently. And then figuring out where that artifact is and what exactly it is and everything like that. But long term, it's really just trying to do the most good and to have the most impact and kind of be an embodiment, I guess, of good and bring honor to my god Freya.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad she mentioned that because I wanted to say as well something that I missed. That is new. One of his new shorter term things is that he was one of his bullshits was that he was writing the story of Winifred the Humble, who was this ascetic monk, and he was right. I referenced literature, and basically I was doing that. He actually, although he was doing that as a con, he really likes the idea of it, and he sees Winifred and what she's doing, and he thinks because he's neutral, and the good evil axis, my character is neutral, so he doesn't care about stealing a goose, but also he sees good things and he sees the good in it, and it's important to him, and he is trying to be a good person, and he sees Winifred and what she's doing, and he's trying to be attached to that in the short term as well.
Okay. Cool.
Like something that started as a parody and a con, he is actually taken seriously, and he is writing a diary.
Nice. I like it. Okay. So of the things we talked about then, and I just took shorthand notes, so I apologize if I was too generic with that. I posted it in the Discord, so if you want to amend anything or whatever, please feel free.
Cool.
Or let me know, right? But so what do we see as the party's short-term goal then? Because we kind of have they can sort of be grouped in do some good with some of the problems we've created, the artifact, iTwin, right? And then like it's like, okay, Snorri might be related to both the artifact and AI twin, right? Like a couple things overlap.
I mean, I think the main objective is to find out what that artifact is and who the man is, the dwarf that has it, and how we can find him. And I think the short term towards getting information about that is iTwin. Would you agree, guys?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
We need to look after
Some
iTwin.
food to sleep, help his mind settle down.
Sure. Okay.
It means making it through a night here without getting chased. You know what I mean? We have to survive another night here without getting rumbled, basically.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. Does anyone do anything in particular, or is it like we're cool? It's bedtime. Cut to the next day.
I'm
Cool with
gonna.
that.
Oh, go
She's
ahead.
gonna take care of her beard.
Yeah, I'm gonna tend to my beard a little bit, and then I'm also gonna whip out the soap making kit, try and start carving Freya from a bar of soap as my like holy symbol or icon.
Oh, amazing.
Nice. I love it. Like a statue of Freya, or the symbol.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
The statuette.
Cool. I like it.
That's cool. So I would, if I'm sharing the room with iTwin, I want to make sure that he's sedated, whether it's, and I don't mean sedated like chemically, I mean sedated like I will talk to him or play songs or whatever a bard can do to keep him occupied and not going mad and jumping out the window or shouting things and grabbing people in the hall of the...
I know. I like that you mentioned the window was open. I was like, ooh, I got AI twin can escape out the window. First thing I thought.
The window's open so that I can escape out the window
Yeah,
if I need
I know. I just
So if I have to stay up all night, that's what I'm saying. If I have to stay up all night to keep an eye on him, I will, because we need to get him rested. I'm willing to sacrifice and then take the penalties, whatever it is, the next day, to make sure that I'm going to keep an eye on him. I'm going to not sleep then. That's what I'll do. I'll take the room with him. I'll not sleep. I'll do whatever I have to do to keep him sedated, whether it's playing music, whatever.
Sure.
That's how I'll spend the night.
Okay. Yeah, I think that makes sense. It's certainly a long night for you, right? Brew, is it possible that Winnie comes in at all, or is she letting Arx do his thing with iTwin?
I think I might check in the morning, like early in the morning.
Okay.
And just make sure everything's going good. But probably, it'd be a hot minute for me to do my beard and start carving and making progress on that statue.
Okay. Well, I'm going to be a giant shit anyways because I always get what I want because I'm the DM. So go ahead and roll me a religion. And this isn't for your soap making. That goes off fine, right? Like if you think it's done tonight. If you want to take a little more time on it, you can take a little more time on it. Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
So this religion check is actually as you're this is so beautiful. As you're carving this holy symbol for your god Freya, and you're like, imbuing it with like your beliefs of Freya, and you're thinking to yourself, like what we have to do is, what ought we do? We have to be good, right? We have to do good. We have to correct some, and you're really dwelling on that. And I think I'm taking a little liberty here, but I think you're probably pouring a lot of like your positive energy and your want to do good into this symbol to make it really mean something. And it's like the way we would have shot this is we would I have a handheld camera that's like right alongside where you're carving the soap, right? So like we see you kind of carving away at it, and every now and then a frame is interspliced with AI twins weird dangling concoction, right? You just keep seeing a flash of his face as he's like spouting off about the ancient dream and the tangle and right what's waiting in the woods and all of this stuff. And so you succeed, so you're able to move past it, but it's just a thing that you like. Wow, it bothered you all night. You know what I mean? Like you just did not move past it. And I'm gonna try drawing it here, and I don't know if this is gonna be the best drawing, but essentially what it's got is because he had like a setup kind of like this, and then it had a chain between the two of them. And then he kind of...
Where are you drawing this?
Oh, shoot. I'm sorry. I didn't move you over.
Uh-huh.
Right.
There
and then he kind of had draped his Yeah, it's not exactly great. It's not exactly what I was picturing. I'm gonna have to keep refining that. But basically, it had like, the 3 wires were kind of thrown over this like kind of crescent shape between 2 points.
Right.
And those are the wires from his neck?
Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna have to keep working on this to try and figure out how I want it to look exactly.
So the ones on the right are the horns. There's a chain in the middle, and he's got his wires draping down,
Right.
kind of like a
Yeah.
string of lights,
Yeah.
of icicle.
Yeah, I like that second one a little more. This is a little closer. Right, because like when it was him. Hold on. Let me make sure. Yeah, I want to make sure it was going up on stream. When it was him, oops. Right, like his face was here, and obviously that's a really bad drawing, but you know what I mean. And like his mess of hair and whatever. Right, and he was wearing this ridiculous getup. And he's yelling. Apparently he has no ears now.
Yeah.
Right, but the wires were kind of coming up from behind his neck, and trying to draw that makes them complicated. But
I've been playing D&D for like 25 years, Dave. That's the scariest monster I've ever seen.
Good, then it's doing its job.
No wonder I can't sleep early.
Yeah. And like the thing you walk away with after all is said and done, right? Like I said, if you feel good about the holy symbol, I'm totally fine with that. I think you put the time into it. It's cool. But the thing that you walk away from is like, that is a holy symbol. You don't know if it's a holy symbol of iTwin. You don't know if it's a holy symbol of the Tangle or the ancient dream. Right, something. But like, it was more than just this cockamamie right? He wasn't just being weird and mystical. Like, it has power, and that's the thing you recognize.
The ancient nightmare, mate. Look at it.
In Freya's religion, is an amulet something that can protect someone? Could she give this to him as a protection?
I mean, I don't know how that would work, because it would technically be, if he still believes in his God. It's like if I gave a Bible to like an atheist, like if they still believe in their God, I don't know how much good it would do. Or their God.
If his God's got like a totally opposite alignment, it'll probably burn his hand if you hand it to him. Am I right, Dave? Isn't that how a holy symbol works?
Yeah, it definitely can, right? Like,
yeah.
So some gods are more vindictive than others, but yeah, if you wear because an evil god might not care if you wear a good one, because the evil god wants you to pretend to be good and sway people, right? But
right.
Conversely, yeah, you can definitely end up hurting yourself touching an evil artifact or something like that, just like you said.
And it might affect her character, but not mine, because she is a cleric of a certain god of a good alignment. If she was to touch the holy symbol, it might burn her hand, whereas it won't affect me because I'm not an agent of God.
Right, absolutely.
Yeah.
So if I have that feeling, then I'm gonna go ahead and prepare detect good and evil.
Okay.
Or detect evil, and then maybe cast that in the morning.
Okay. Yeah. What's the range on that? Do you have to see him? Can you do it from your room?
Let me see.
Let me grab that. I'll have a quick look as well. So, pre-spells, first level spells, detect evil.
Detect evil.
Got
Range 0.
Spell discovers emanations of evil or of good in the case of the reverse spell from any creature, object, or area. Character alignment, however, is revealed only under unusual circumstances. Characters who are strongly aligned, who do not stray from their faith, and who are of at least 9th level might radiate good or evil if intent upon appropriate actions powerful. Monsters such as etc., 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 etc. So the degree of evil, whether it's dim, faint, moderate, strong, or overwhelming, and possibly its general nature, expectant, malignant, gloating, etc., can be noted. If the evil is overwhelming, the priest has a blah 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 blah.
Yeah. So where are you when you cast this, Brew?
And Dave looks happy.
Yeah, knowing that it's a 0 range, I mean, it's got an area of effect that's 10 feet by 120 yards, but I'd probably cast it like outside the door before I go into the room in the morning.
All right, I'm going to spare you all and move us away from this vision of iTwin.
I think with it being, when it says area of effect is X times
It's
Y,
that I
and,
cast
and,
it.
and range is 0, that it's centered on you and you move around and it moves with you.
Right. That's why I'm gonna cast it outside the door and then go in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so obviously you read it relatively speaking fast, but what I got was is not necessarily like iTwin is lawful good, right, or whatever, but it's more just like what his purpose is and his relative strength, right?
Right.
It might not tell you the alignment of a character because they may be smart enough to hide it from purposes like that. Basically, it said, but it would tell you the alignment of an item. So she could effectively cast it on that holy symbol, and it would tell you, is this an evil holy symbol
Right.
Well,
yeah,
even
yeah.
just casting it, the
in the
item
area?
itself would show. Yeah.
Yeah, cast
Okay.
it in the area. It's going to glow up with whatever, however it shows.
Okay.
And then it says the priest must concentrate, stop, have quiet, and intently seek to detect the aura for at least one round to receive a reading.
Okay. So you're standing outside the room and you're gonna kind of slowly focus on it and get some information.
Yeah, it says spell has a path detection of 10 feet wide in the direction the priest is facing. So by standing outside the door and facing towards the room, I should be able to kind of detect it.
Sure. Okay. Hold on. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to pull it up myself because
No,
you
you're
you just got a twofer and you didn't realize it. But you're gonna
okay, cool.
yeah. But you're gonna love it when it's all said and done.
Oh,
Okay. So he is not a character. He is evil. The degree is faint. His nature, I'm gonna have to get back to you on. I wanna think about that a little more because I wasn't prepared for this. The twofer though is that so where are you? I should have moved you back to the tavern map. I was thinking you guys had 2 rooms, right? Or do you only have 1?
We have 2 because the 2 girls
Okay.
are in one and I'm in one with.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we're in the room that my character's standing next to.
Yeah, so this is one of your rooms. Where's your other room?
Yeah, Jossing is the third room up, and I think RX was the second room.
Oh, okay. So you're just all right next to him here?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, cool. So I'll just so I can remember.
And I'm in the stables avoiding yachting.
Okay. Yeah,
I'm
so
also avoiding that thing.
as this happens, what's interesting and maybe a little concerning for you, Winnie, is coming out of that room right there is an overwhelming power of evil.
One. This one?
Correct.
Yachting's room.
Correct.
Okay, wait. If it's overwhelming, the priest has a 10% chance per level of detecting its general bent, lawful, neutral, or chaotic.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So
You got 20%.
Go ahead and roll that off. I think you'd have a 20, right?
Yep. Come on.
I don't know what that means.
Oh no, you need to roll a D100.
Yeah, that would be if you wanted to roll
gotcha.
like a 1 or a 4, 1 through a 4, or like a 16 to a 20 or something. But yeah, D percentile, D100. Nice.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
We didn't really specify, but I was just assuming 1 to 20. So as it turns out, coming out of Yating's room is a powerful, chaotic, evil, overwhelming radiation.
Whoa! Okay, so yeah, thank God I carved that soap too, because the spell required the holy symbol as a material component.
Right. So you're just holding a little soap idol of Freya.
Yeah.
Do you like go up to the room, or are you just
Yeah.
standing there staring at it?
No, like I'd be up at the door, like, because I don't think that I'm really gonna get anything, you know. I just think that he's kind of like mad, and that something is driving his madness, but not that it's gonna be like anything crazy, like he's imbued with like the devil or some shit.
Right. Yeah. No.
Oh.
You just absolutely stumbled into something that I didn't think you'd find out until it was far too late. I love this. So what is Winnie's response when you're like, because like overwhelming for my purposes is like 5 to 10 times stronger than you are. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
cataclysmic.
Like I would probably be like frozen in place, like beads of sweat start forming, and I'm standing at the door like trembling with my little soap idol. Just, oh, Freya. Oh, gosh. And I just kind of like probably go back to the room and quietly wake up Alicia.
Well, no, I'm down in the stables.
Right? So
Oh,
you go back and you
fuck.
just open the door. You're like, oh my god, she's gone. Oh god.
Yeah, I'll just pace for a little bit in the room, like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
But
Okay.
I can't ask questions because I didn't see it.
Yeah. After probably like 5 minutes, I'll probably work up the courage. And since I got the sense that the overwhelming evil was in the room beyond, the one that RX and AI are in, I'll probably just go up to RX's room and knock on the door. Hello. Good morning.
I'll recognise that voice anywhere and say, "Come in."
Right.
Oh, good morning to ya.
Now, I
RX.
had a question for you, Dave. Well, I had a question for Dave actually, and it's important before I answer that. Did he sleep at all?
Yeah.
AI twin.
Yeah, he
He
did.
did.
Yeah,
Right.
I'm thinking of this like his mind is very obviously affected, right? And I don't know that I want to say controlled, but it's certainly not controlled. But his body's just like, I'm human, I'm elf, whatever he was, right? Like it sleeps.
But sleep also relieves the mind of delusions.
So I'll tell her that it's going as well as we can hope for so far. We've got him rested. I guess we try for breakfast because it's morning now, right?
Yeah.
Right. Well,
I'll look at Winifred and say, "Are you okay? You look like you've seen a ghost."
yeah. Could we perhaps talk for a second? I don't know if we want to leave AI Twin alone. Is he still kind of sleeping?
What's the situation with the window, David? If I want to shut the window and bar it, can I bar the window in anyway with a sword, like jam a sword through something to, I don't know.
I think if you want to like, for lack of a better term, like spike it, right? Like if you take, you've got like a couple sets of nails or some little adventurer's tool, just something to get in there so it'll make a big ruckus. Like
I have lockpicks, nails, big long picks,
Yeah.
things like yeah. I've got stuff like that.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Okay, so I'll shut the window and then I'll like gently step outside the door with Winifred.
Right. Okay. Let me go grab Alicia real quick, and I'll run to the stable. Well, like fast walk as much as I can with my short stature
Right.
to the stable. Oh, Alicia. Good morning. Can we get you inside real quick? I've got some news for you and RX.
Sure.
Now
And I think
I'm staying here at this point when she goes down to get Lisa because I am keeping an eye. You know, I've got the door just cracked open and I've got an eye in the room looking at the eye twin.
Right.
Yeah, so I'd probably want to back up as much as we could to where you still have eyesight of the door or even of AI twin. And then I'll kind of whisper it to you guys. Pretty much what Dave had told me, that it's an overwhelming sense of evil and ooh, crazy shit's happening.
And so so at this point I'm gonna have to look at her and say, "You mean in that room, the one that I've spent the last couple of nights in?"
No. I mean, there's a little bit of something coming from there, which I believe is what's afflicting AI twin. But Yak's sister's room seems to be what I'm concerned with.
That's what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So, because remember Alex had a bit of a fling with Yak. This is what complicates matters for me. You're telling me that this woman that I've just spent a couple of nights with is there's something glowing overwhelmingly evil from her room.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying.
Oh man. Oh, okay. Now, did I tell you about the man at the upstairs where I stole the goose? And of course we're whispering at this point. Did I tell you about the man who he shapeshifted and he was a Darrow? Did I tell you
Oh,
about that?
oh,
Like
oh, you didn't.
nobody is what they seem here. I think.
I mean, that would make sense. She's definitely not alive or like us, like a being, I guess.
Oh, so it's an overwhelming sense of evil that she feels from the room, right? So she got like a mild one from Twin, from whatever's afflicted him, and you've got a really strong one from her room.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I did not factor detect evil into this situation. Nice little first level spell that just goes Abawa.
Nice. Yeah,
Screwed up
that's
all
a
your
nice thing.
plans.
No, I love it. To be clear, I absolutely love it. I just figured you guys were gonna figure it out when Yating and Yak met, and then shit went crazy. So now you have like another layer of complications.
Oh my, it's so many layers.
Yes,
Too many years.
yes, it's
Do
so many layers.
Twin out of there.
We need to get out of this place anyway. Even if we don't get out at this time, we need to get out of
Right.
here with her.
Right, I don't think we should stir up any suspicions, but perhaps maybe we can convince AI Twin now to take off his horns or whatever he was wearing. I think that might have something to do with his connection to whatever it is that's afflicting him.
Okay, I think we can do that between us. I mean, Alicia spent a lot of time just buying into his spiel that he's coming out with. I have spent the night with him, talking to him, playing music for him. He is a lot calmer. Although his mind is gone, he listens to us and he knows us. I think we have to try today.
Perhaps we can take him to the Church of Freya and see if they can.
There's a
Something to help his mind.
faction in that church, though, that we're not sure whose allegiances are where in that church.
Right. Well, maybe we can use your voucher for.
My
For our
Dave
magician
get
friend.
out a free card.
Right.
What is it we're trying to do? We're trying to get more information from AI Twin?
Yeah. Well, originally we wanted to know about Snorri, but now I want to know what the fuck's happened to him, to iTwin.
Yeah.
Really? Because he's talking religious, not just the talkings of a madman, but it's like all that Armageddon religious kind of like. So it's worrying. We need to know what happened to him. How did he go mad? What happened to make him go mad? He didn't just like slip into a depression when he lost another job. This is something more than that.
Yeah.
Right.
And he has the physical connection. The
Right.
wire.
I mean, if we sever that, there's a chance that he'll still remember what was going on and what he felt and what he sensed. I mean, maybe we can take him over there before we mess with his horns and see if we can perhaps talk to whatever it is that's influencing him.
Yep, I think we try it.
Yeah.
Where do you want to take him?
Well, what's he said about out in the woods? And he's getting called again.
He did say that.
Yeah.
Now that's the woods out to the west, isn't it? That's where they go when they get the call in.
Correct.
Yeah, we could offer to escort him.
Talk to him the whole time, try and.
Yeah, step back into his delusion and say, Now that we've had some rest, would you like us to go with you? I think we need to get him away from Yating. And we need to get ourselves away from this place.
Well, this is the thing. Yeah, this gives us the option to get away from here. I'm worried about Yating and her room.
I don't know. I don't really know how we can beat this thing if we don't know about it.
Yeah, I mean, all we can try to do is understand it, I think.
Yeah. And just get a little bit of distance between us and Yating to learn.
Yeah. Maybe Yating something to do with what's got control of him. I mean, she's. I mean, it's. I don't know if it's coincidence. We were in the room next to her. I guess it was because I put him in my room. But I don't know. The two things could be connected. You know.
Right.
Maybe she's got some mad control over him, some evil sorcerer spell or something. I don't know. I don't know about this stuff.
Well, that's why I'm wondering whether some distance from her would be beneficial for our safety, as well as if there is some sort of connection with iTwin, that would be diminished through distance.
It's worth a try, and it gives us time to talk to him and try and understand what's happened to him. At least make an effort to.
So yeah, because I like the speculation. I obviously don't want to interrupt player stuff too. Remember, he was crazy on the streets. His madness didn't get any worse or anything when you brought him here. Not to say that like Yating couldn't be part of it. And in fact, you've just discovered that Yating is like dangerously, powerfully evil.
Yeah, I think that's coincidence. But what I want to know is, I know he's still mad, but is he any more coherent? Is he any better at all after resting?
I mean, he's definitely a little better, right? Like he has to be. You put some food into him, you gave him some rest, he feels a little safer, he's off the street. So I think the thing that happens next, right? Because do you guys go in there, or Arx, do you like bring him out and take him downstairs to feed him?
I know. What I would do is I would get a doggy bag again, and we would just hit the road and start walking, and they can eat while we walk. It's another distraction.
Okay. Yeah, because you get like this split thing where he'll like kind of have a normal conversation with you that's not really about anything, right? He'll just sort of talk and agree with you, and you know, like he's zoned out, right? Like you would for our purposes, it would be as if he was on the phone, right? He's looking at his phone, he's playing a game or something, and like he's like, yeah, sure, and then he starts going into like his weird rhetoric, and that keeps happening.
Okay. I think Elisa would. So, are we out in the woods, or have we left the place yet?
Yeah, you're still in the city, so you cannot go to the woods. None of the fairies will take you there. It is sacred elven land that not even the elves can go onto without religious dispensation.
So, AI twin, how do you go to the calling place? If you're called again, how are you supposed to go there?
Yeah, and he'll look at you like real wide-eyed, and I think for just a moment you get that flash of like his madness before, right? And he's like, well, I haven't been called, not yet, but I think I will. And I'll be the first to have been called twice. No one has that honor. Never. No one before, just me. Because I believe. The first time I reported
where did you get called?
The first time I get called, it was a gift. It was a blessing. It was my time. I was recognized to do more for the elves.
But was it a dream, or did the elves come and tell you you'd been called?
No, I knew. You always know.
And then you approached the elves.
Yeah, and then they sent a few people with me, and we went into the woods.
But you haven't been called again yet. You're just waiting for the call.
It feels like it did then. I just didn't know the first time. How could you? How do you know what something is when it's never happened to you? But it's so real. I'm connected.
So I'm curious about the extra wires on your head. Why is that?
I want to be. It's a vision that I had to make true, and I just needed to put them out there, and I needed everyone to know
What is it you need them to know?
that I'm speaking for the ancient dream.
So are you hearing the dream, or do you see the dream?
No, it's not that easy. I feel it. I know what it wants to say, but it's not. It hasn't said much, and it's not. It's not changing its story. But that's. I think I'm gonna go. I think I'm gonna get the calling again, and then I think it'll be easier, and then I'll know more, and then I'll be able to help more people.
So you're just waiting.
I'm waiting. I'm waiting, and I'm preaching the good word, just like Winnie did.
So can we wait with you?
Yeah, that's okay.
Elisa looks at the others. Anybody else got any ideas?
I mean, I'm just taking it in. The guy's absolutely mad. I don't know. I mean, I don't know if we're going to get any information out of him that's going to make any sense, actually. We might be barking up the wrong tree here. Flogging a dead horse, all the cliches.
Well, hold on. Let's try one more time. So, Twin, you'd mentioned a dwarf before that you'd seen. Snorri? Or have you seen Snorri?
I'll have to put a pin in that for 1 sec. Did Twin say it was Snorri? Or just say he saw a dwarf?
I'm trying to remember.
I think he just said he saw a dwarf.
Yeah, I think
we knew a name until.
I think he saw a dwarf. Because again, I don't want to necessarily misspeak.
My sense is that he had seen a dwarf, and we were going back to see if it was
Yeah.
Snorri.
Okay, that does sound right. I'm pretty sure that's the case. Yeah, I saw a dwarf. Not Winnie, obviously. I see Winnie. I'm not crazy. I see Winnie.
No, of course. You're fine. Where was it you saw this dwarf?
Yeah, that's what was so weird. I saw him, and I guess I don't know everyone. I can't know everyone on the island. That'd be impossible. But I see a lot of faces, and I'm pretty good at remembering faces. And I hadn't seen this face. I guess he came in on the mailroom, but when I talked to him, he was kind of weird, and he said he had just gotten here. And then I was like, that can't be true because I didn't let you in. And then he got panicked.
So he didn't come in while you were in customs?
Yeah, I don't think he did.
Sorry, I just read the chat. So where have you heard any other people who just appear who don't come in off the trains?
And he completely shifts, and he goes back into his chanting, right? Yeah, he's gone. And in fact, he's gone for quite a while.
We're getting nothing out of him.
I tried.
Yep.
So you guys were just walking. Were you going anywhere in particular, or were you just walking to put some distance into the world?
Walking to the west, just to give him the impression that we're heading out to the woods, because we're going with the story that he's getting the call in again or whatever, right? So we're playing to that to get him, to walk that way to get some distance between us and here, and try and get information from him, but it's not happening.
Okay, cool. I like that a lot. Yeah. So I've got of course two more pieces of information I need to level to the party, and I think we're probably going to call it right around 6. So does anybody have anything that they want to particularly accomplish today? And do we want to take a real quick like 3 minute again, or are people good to go another half hour?
I'm good either way.
I'm good.
Yeah, same here.
Okay. Okay, so we'll keep running. We'll just go for the next half hour. Does anybody have like a thing they want to right? Like I want to go buy something. I want to make sure we try to get to somebody to ask a question, because otherwise, like I've done a lot of like, here's a scene, the party has to react. Here's some information, the party has to understand, right? Like, and I don't mean to just throw like 6 crazy things at you, but like we're getting into like, the early to mid campaign where like all of this shit's starting to come home to roost.
You've given us there's so much going on. It's hard to keep up, especially for me. One
Did
thing
we
I'll
want to
do.
go check in on Elmet?
Oh yeah, see what his decision was. And while I'm in town, David, I want to just top up on like I've got a disguise kit, right? And I wanted it's makeups, it's paints, it's brushes, it's wigs, materials, bits of like clothes and stuff. And I want to just like go around town, make sure that I'm topping this up and that this is up to date, and do as much with that as I can. That's the only kind of real resources I want to
Okay.
get.
Cool. Yeah. Yeah, you can work in a little trip to a tailor or a merchant shop or something, right, and get a little extra. That's totally cool. How much? We can flashback to this if you want, but relatively speaking, how much money do you want to put into your disguise kit?
See, quite a lot, because it's going to have a lot in it, and it's going to have eventually like nice silks and stuff, so that
you can really go up or down
I can disguise as upper classes and stuff. Yeah, so
okay.
I mean, I'm sitting with over 100 gold. I'm actually willing to put 50 gold into this because I want to get some silks and stuff. I want to be able to roleplay that.
Okay. Yeah. They'll give you anything you want now that's kind of ready. If you want it tailored and dyed in specific ways, you'll obviously have to come pick it up. But like you can just one and done it right now. If you're just like, I'll deal with it, it'll work for me.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Cool.
Suits me.
Nice. Okay. So I have two scenes left, and 2 bits of information. And I apologize, I'm not meaning to complicate the storyline, but the thing that I do is my storylines are always going to evolve. They don't press pause and wait for the party members to come back in. That's what Skyrim is. If you want to go play Skyrim, go knock yourself out. We play D&D and it's alive. So there is. Quite literally, as you're just working your way through the market, and this is perfect. I love this. This is such a good scene for it. People going about the day, people shopping, right? Like people are giving you a bit of a wide berth because of iTwin, and he's like prattling on about like weird ancient dreams. At least he doesn't smell like shit anymore, right? But he's still a weird dude, and like he literally might have gotten kicked out of here yesterday. Like he's been a nuisance for about 3 days on the street. Somebody screams, right? It doesn't matter who. There's just a scream. There's an indiscriminate scream that goes out among the market, and it is very quickly joined by many screams, and people panic. People run. People flee. They don't pee. Excuse me. They duck under carts, right? Like animals are let off leashes. It's crazy. And I do. As I am so fond of doing, I need the party. So Oliver, when a dragon flies overhead, I'm imagining it has the frightful presence, right? It pulls a fear check.
Yeah, there is a fear check. Yep.
Yeah. So we're gonna have everybody go for a fear check, and I can actually get a very specific number because I built this bad boy. So let's go ahead and dig him out.
The dragon. The dreaded dragon.
Oh, a dragon.
We found the dungeon, now we've got a dragon.
Exactly
it's official.
right. Exactly.
Got dragons,
right.
mate. Got dragons.
Has anybody fought a dragon before?
Yes, a couple of times. Not many.
In Skyrim, yes.
In Skyrim, Brew, you haven't fought a dragon in D&D?
Never played.
Yes, but they weren't like legit dragons, I think.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, it was the last thing.
So I'll tell you as players, I don't know that characters would necessarily know this. This isn't like an ancient great worm that blots out the sun, right? Like this isn't Smaug flying down off of, the lonely mountain. This is like horse rhinoceros sized body with real big wings, right? Like it's a dragon, but it's not that old, right? It might be young adult. It might be just kind of cresting past that. The danger is though, one, that you see green scales, but not like straight green. They're like clear, transparent. They shimmer and shine. It's very glitzy.
It's a tech dragon.
Like Jade.
Yeah, jade's a good way to think of it.
Ooh.
Two, that when it kind of swoops low overhead and like rattles windows in the houses and everybody scatters because like the most of the common folk just fail their save automatically, it's followed by 2 more dragons right behind it, and they are even younger than it is. And that's probably the point where you're like, okay, like I'm worried because 3 dragons just like fell out of the sky and just did a flyby, but also those 2 are like, tiger, like large cat sized with wings. Like these are not massive, crazy. Sorry?
For dragons. For
Right.
dragons, they're really.
Yeah, for dragons, they're actually quite small. But
The
yeah,
baby dragon.
the 3 of them, boom, 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 right, come whipping by. Yeah, so actually, as I look at this stat block, I don't see a specific thing about a fear check, interestingly enough. I thought they had one.
They do. Baby dragons that size won't. I don't think. But let me have a quick look. Dragons are a nightmare. Monster manual.
Yeah.
Monster.
So the
Dragon.
lead one is an emerald dragon,
Right, okay. So.
which is on
So
page
does it look
72.
Like
for me.
it's a gem, or does it look like when you said it was a green translucent? Is it like my brain went to a tech dragon, like the same tech stuff? So is it looking more like an emerald, or is it looking more like fake? Like
No, sorry. It is a gemstone dragon, so it is somewhere between animate and alive. But it is not made of code. As much fun as that would be.
I'll just copy
well,
paste.
you keep doing all these
Yeah.
tech things.
No,
and
I do.
weird things.
I do.
Found it, Dave. I found it. I'll copy paste it into Roll20 for you.
Oh, okay, cool. Thank you. Oh, damn.
Whoa.
Nice. Okay. Is that just a thing that's in the front where it says dragons?
Dragon general. If you look at the
Oh,
monster
gem
manual,
dragons, not
dragons
inherently.
are-
Okay. Interesting. Okay. Interesting.
Yeah, the aura increases in size and power based on the age category of the dragon.
Yeah.
The mere sight of a young, adult, or older dragon causes creatures with fewer than 1 hit die, blah 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 blah, to automatically feel in panic. That's none of us.
Yeah, what the heck? Why am I not seeing that in the chart, though?
What age is it? What age category?
I want to see if they actually have ages, because I know it's at least young adult. It could be the next stage up.
Right, so I've got just above that in that book, it's got the dragon table and it's got age category and then all the modifiers. So if it's a young adult, its age in years is 51 to 100. Its hit die modifier is +1, combat modifier +5. Fear radius is 15 yards.
Yeah. Okay,
And
so
it's a
what's
fear
the next?
modifier.
What's the next one then? Because it's over 100.
Adult. Age in years 101 to 200.
Okay.
Hit die modifier +2.
Gotcha. So it's an adult then, as far as that stat block goes.
Okay. Okay, so it's got a fear radius of 20 yards.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, anyone with 1 hit die or fewer. So that's like
Most of the town.
villagers, yeah,
Yeah.
people, peasants, normal people. So trained war mounts, organized military units, and single creatures with 1 hit die or more, but with fewer hit die than the dragon, are not panicked, but they may be stricken with fear if they're within. So that's like town guards, us, I guess.
Yeah. Does it have a number to roll, or is it just go off of our fear?
You've got to save verses, I think.
Yeah, that makes sense. What did we say that was? It was chart 60.
Creatures not automatically panicked are entitled to saving throws versus petrification. Creatures failing their saving throws are stricken with fear and fight with a -2 penalty to their attack and damage rolls.
Yeah, it's not like it even ends up being that important. I just really want to know what everyone's reaction is, right? So let's see. We've got priest for... What the heck? This doesn't have a... What would save against fear fall under then?
Maybe paralyzation.
It says, petrification.
Okay, gotcha. Petrification. So priest is going to be a 13 or higher.
Yeah.
Warrior is going to be 17 or higher. And then I don't remember how to do yours, Oliver. I apologize.
It's all right. I get the best of my 2 classes, so it's just on the character sheet.
Yeah, okay.
So I'm rolling save versus petrification.
Yeah.
Where are you finding that?
I found it on table 60, which was page 101 in my book.
No, the what
Saving throws. Saving throws at the top right, and then it's the second from the bottom. Wait, no, JK, third from the bottom. Petrification or polymorph.
Okay.
And I failed.
Yeah, and again, this isn't you guys are heroes still. You don't run away and flee in terror, right? But it's going to be important later for like what was your initial reaction? You know what I mean? Like what's the quality of what happens here? So we've got Winnie succeeds, Arx fails.
I roll the dice next to that.
Yeah.
Yep.
You said it said 17, but mine says 15.
You've maybe got a bonus with dexterity or something.
Yeah, that might be. I'm looking. Oh, I apologize. It had warriors at 0. Yes, yours is 15. Excuse me.
Yeah, you're looking at level 0 warrior.
Yeah.
Which is like a person, huh?
Nice. So what this tells me, I think, actually, and you can feel free, RX, to change this if you want, but this actually tells me that you know something about this dragon, and that's why you're afraid of it. And the other 2 don't know anything about the dragon, and they're scared, but they're not like, oh shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because it's really small. But I know something that makes it more sinister.
Yeah, so I think the thing that you know is that this is Prince Saleo's dragon. Like, it's his dragon.
Oh, his pet.
Yeah, he calls it the Emerald One. It does. If it has a real name, no one has ever heard it. And you know that Prince Saleo telling his dragon to do flybys across the island does not mean that things are good, right?
Yeah.
This means that like he's off the leash. Whatever was keeping him under control, which we as players know was Prefector Lorik and the Elven Supreme. They're not in play. That's the only thing or he's gone completely. He's also gone completely apeshit, right? But people don't just send their dragons to go scare townsfolk because they're bored. Like, there's a reason for this.
I hope he's not gone apeshit because we've all seen Game of Thrones. We also know what happens with the girl that had 3 little dragons. Right. So let's hope it's not that's the case. But still, if he's doing them, like if they're doing flybys, like are they coming close so that you would think that they're deliberately trying to scare people?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So as this happens, you can hear moving through the streets in very regimented ways. Troops, right, with boots, with their gloves, with their form-fitting half plate, with their cloaks. Elven troops with masks, right, are commanding everyone to shelter in place, to go inside. That until martial law has completely been locked everything down, installed, and that everything is safe, no one is allowed outside. They're shutting down the market. They're shutting down all outside activities. Everyone is to go back to their home. If they do not have a home, they need to report to the nearest garrison to, be taken off the streets, essentially.
Damn.
Yeah, he just full on rolled out the military on the Salean Isles.
And they're just military police locked down
the same troops that you've been looking at before, the Primus and Secundus types.
The masks.
Mm-hmm.
The vampires.
So you're free to do whatever it is you want to do, right? The dragon didn't land and scream at you. The troops aren't pointing weapons at you, right? They're just announcing to the crowd that's all kind of fleeing, right? This is like shock and awe, right? And they're just telling everybody, get inside, stop what you're doing. The market is closed for today. Everyone needs to stay inside until order has been restored.
Okay, so I want to know, like, if I don't immediately move away inside somewhere, are they going to start harassing me at some point when everybody else has? You know what I mean? If we don't immediately leave, if we're kind of,
Yeah.
if I'm standing around just looking to see what's going on for a bit, and I don't immediately leave when everybody else is starting to leave, is that then going to trigger him to say something to me?
Yeah, I think as you right, I think you can suss that out a little bit, right? Like right now there's
Yeah.
a lot of people around. You have a chance to like get out of here and get ahead of this situation if you want. But if you are the last one on the street, you're going to be the target.
Yep, I think we need to move. So I'll, I guess, I don't know, like grab the attention of the guys. Guys, we need to move.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, no, I agree. Where do we go? AI twin thinks we're going west for his calling. Can we continue to make our way that way and find cover somewhere? Like, and this is to you, Dave. I don't know the layout of where the town is versus where the west is.
Yeah, sorry, let's move you on
What
to
kind
that.
of buffer there is.
Let's move you on to that one real quick. So most of your actions have been between, right, you came in on that island, and then most of them have been between these two. I think at one point you might have gone up here. I think this might have been the weird bar, the bottle club.
Yeah.
I think that was on this one.
Was it lower?
Yeah, I think it was that big one.
Yeah.
Wait, ping it again. I didn't see it. Oh, it was on that one still?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure. I haven't locked everything down into the maps like I should have. I'll have to start building that a little bit better. But, yeah, so you're not 100% sure iTwin hasn't told you, like, which island he left off of, right? But this would be the Elven Ancestral Lands. This is where the calling takes place, etc., etc.
And then
So if we touch land, the mainland on the west, that's a violation.
Correct.
And a quick question about the layout of the land there. Just like, is it like how it looks on the map? So it's a bit of beach, and then that's all forest, all that green.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he did say, what's about the woods? He said. I think something else is calling him from there. Not the calling. I don't know,
The wires?
I can't stop worrying about your ting now as well.
I can't stop worrying about everybody except us.
I mean, if we were to just walk off in the direction... I mean, how do we get a boat to there? We're not going to be able to get a boat to there because we're not allowed to go there.
Yeah, I mean, you'd have to find someone who is willing to sell you one. Sorry?
Perhaps we can talk to Primus, since we're technically contracted with him.
Yeah, and he's going to be pretty mad if we go without doing that, isn't he?
I mean, at least that way we could get kind of a cover for going and not
Yeah, so
dig ourselves into a trench.
This would be a time to, right, like those are guards that are theoretically of the same group that he is. If you wanted to be like, yo, we need to see the man, right? It might work.
Right, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
We might have. Are we going to just get in more trouble if we go there?
Yeah, your call. Say they're starting to walk up to you now, right? Not with spears like, oh, we're gonna kill you, but the market has thinned out pretty considerably. So if you want to talk to them, you can do that. If you want to mosey along and make it look like you're following orders, you can do that. If you want to, etc.
I'm a turn to the two guys. Like, what we're going to do?
I think we need to see Primus.
Yeah. I'm also worried about Helmet. And I
hate to say it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm apprehensive about it, but
So you want to
I mean,
put in a word for Primus then?
yeah, I think the only other thing we could do is potentially try and contact the dwarves and find another way into the Longo, and then maybe head out west. But if they find that we've done that, that's an even bigger issue.
I think this is the point where Dave's got us on the dock with the boat and the wharf, and he pushed.
Oh, hello there! We need to speak to Primus.
Yeah, and like several guards would kind of move over to you because you're interacting with them, right? And so one of the lead voices, that robotic hollow tone from a distance, right, says, "You speak with Primus?"
Oh, is this Primus? Hello?
Negative. You wish to speak with Primus?
Oh, yes.
Who are you?
I am Winifred of the Emerald Seekers, and I am working under Primus. There's somebody in the tangle, like on the switchboard, that's trying to connect the Primus.
Please bear with us. Your call is important.
Taking his like little cords and plugging it into the switchboard.
Primus unavailable now. Where can his representative meet you? You must go inside. None are permitted on the
it's quite
street.
Urgent.
None are permitted on the street.
Shall we just go back to the golden geese?
Ugh.
Primus's representative can meet you at the Golden Geese. Acceptable terms?
Acceptable, but it's urgent.
This message has been sent with urgency. And then you see that, like, it's a very subtle thing, but they relax slightly, right? Like, they kind of came up to you, and they weren't, like, overtly hostile, but they were, like, implicitly hostile, right? They slack a little bit and says, your message has been sent with urgency. And then they move along.
Thank you. I think we might have got a little bit of time to maybe go find Elmet and see.
Yeah.
And we're still just dragging I-20 along with us everywhere we go, right? We've still got this madman in tow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because we don't want to lose him.
Yeah.
Yep. Just
Okay.
checking.
So back at the 12 Golden Geese under new ownership.
Unfortunately, yeah.
Yeah.
So who's
And if
in this
stay in
room
the
right now?
stable area-
What's that?
What? Well,
Yes.
if we stay in the stable area, then we're farther away from yachting.
Yeah, I was
from
gonna
more
say.
people.
That's what I was gonna say. Who's in this room, right? So do you want Elmet? You just want to go down to him?
I think if we stay, we need to stay together because if we got to bolt as a group.
Okay. Yeah. Elmet's like, I talked to my pa. He's not so sure, but look at the state of the world. Jobs are closing left and right. The dragons swooping down. They're likely to eat people. He thinks, Saleo's a good guy. He thinks Prefect Loric's crazy, but I don't know what to think.
Elmet, you gotta think for yourself on this decision. It's not gonna be a light one. We're gonna be doing some things that you might not agree with. Heck, I don't even agree with them all, but sometimes you've gotta make sacrifices to serve the greater good.
What would you want me to do? Hold a sword? Help with the animals?
I think do whatever you feel you're capable of.
Okay. I don't really know how to ask this, miss. I'm sorry. What's the pay like?
Well, I wouldn't know nothing about that. You should talk to RX and Alicia.
Arx is the baker.
So yeah, I was standing behind her at this point. I guess put my hand on my shoulder and I walk past. So the pay is what you make of it, son. And I get the coin and start flipping it in my fingers. The world is your oyster. Like I say, it's risk versus reward.
Sure.
And so I'm giving them the positive. She's giving them the oh no, it's dangerous. You might do bad things you don't want to do. And then I'm gonna give them the flip side of that, and I'm gonna like, it's what you make of it. The world is your oyster. The pay is amazing. You can make.
Would you consider him like he gets his own share of the treasure, or would you give him like a daily or a monthly rate?
Oh, he'll get a daily rate from me. Like he's still getting a share of the treasure. Okay. Well, depends. It depends. I mean, is he going to come in as like a fighter? Can he hold a sword and shield, and will he be proficient? Because then he maybe needs like a share if we're getting stuff. But if he's just going to like groom the horses and carry stuff around, depends what kind of hireling he is.
Okay, cool. No, that helps me, right? Like, because he's trying to suss it out, and he's impressionable.
I mean, I think if he was going to be just our helper, then a salary. But I think if he's coming in as a fighter who can like actually swing a sword and shield around, then I think he gets a half share of the treasure.
Yeah. Okay.
And he can develop one to the other, though.
What's that?
He can develop from one to the other.
Oh, sure, right. Because he wants to take on more in the organization. So I have one scene left. Forgive me. The Primus is not going to show up tonight, although he will show up, or at least his representative will, because I like that you're going that angle. I think that's a really good one. So I'm gonna ask for a little leniency. It is nighttime. You don't have to go into your room if you don't want to, but it has gotten late. Not like midnight, but like just past evening. The sun has definitely gone down. There's still announcements coming around about you're not allowed outside yet, right? Like Prince Saleo is working to bring order to the Salean Isles. The other pieces of information that have come down, Prefector Lorik is currently wanted for questioning. Any of his known associates need to turn themselves over or they will be hunted down. The Elven Supreme has been, I'm going to mess up the word, deposed, I think. Deposed, yeah. There is currently no Elven Supreme. Prince Saleo is in charge of the islands for currently, right? As the head of the military.
So the Prefector guy, what did you say? What's his name? Prefector
Lorik.
He is wanted, you said.
Yep. All of his wanted for questioning. All of his associates need to turn themselves in or they will be hunted down. They will be collected. Like they can come on their own terms or they will be found.
Okay.
They're not exactly saying what Prefector Lorik did. If anyone wants to give me some sort of like, I slip into the tavern, I ask a couple questions kind of thing, you might be able to get. Okay, yeah, go ahead and roll.
Yeah.
I want to know the quality because you'll get all kinds of crazy speculation.
What would you like me to roll?
Some sort of social charisma based. Listening is fine, right? Like either way.
Well, I rolled way under on charisma, so
okay.
Yeah.
So you hear a few different things. You've heard, right? Prefector Lorik and Saleo got into a fist fight, which you don't think is very true.
Right, okay.
You heard Prefector Lorik finally was sick of Saleo's, ambition, basically, right? Like they politically shoved each other, right? And Prince Saleo made his move. You also heard an interesting bit of information that said Prefector Lorik accused all religion of being evil, and Prince Saleo used that quote in like the Elven Council to finally be like, this dude's crazy, we're done with him.
So he's been deposed for insanity.
Yeah.
Ooh. It's all going down.
It's all going down.
We never get a break, like.
What's that?
So we never get a break. Nothing's ever easy. It gets the web gets deeper and deeper.
Just gets harder and faster.
Yeah. Love it. I love it and hate it at the same time.
Any other questions? No.
So okay. Prince Saleo is in charge now.
Yes.
The Prefector Lorik, he is what wanted, and there is no Elven Supreme.
Yeah. So the Elven Supreme one specifically we don't know if he's dead. We don't know if he's missing. We don't know if his powers have just been stripped from him. Because nobody knows who he is, right? He's just this weird phantom. But
Yeah, no one who knows who he
That's
actually
what
is.
I was confused. How do you depose somebody you haven't seen?
yeah, well, so presumably the ruling council knows who he is, but like the general populace doesn't.
Okay, so
He's
those are the rumors we hear.
currently not advising in any political capacity. But yeah, I know what you mean. Cool. So our final scene of the night. Where is everybody? Like, RX, are you still like getting information and drinking? Did you come back with the rest of the group?
Well, the thing is, if the guys don't mind taking care of iTwin while I do so, then I can go ahead and do that alone. That's not a problem.
Yeah.
I'll do my bard thing. I'll go mingle with people and socialize and drink with people and hear as much as I can.
Okay. Nice. So, Winnie and Goophin, you still in the barn? Talking with Elmet?
With AI Twin with us.
Okay. Just out of the little bit of light that's shining in the barn, right? Whether there's a torch or a little fire or something, right? And everyone's kind of just hanging out and talking. A figure, an unmistakable dwarf figure, approaches. And he says, and forgive me because I didn't rewatch the episode. I'm pretty sure you gave Snorri your name, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. He goes, Winifred, I came for you. I'm gonna be right and true this time.
Snorri, is that you?
Yes, ma'am, it
Always
is.
lurking in the shadows, my friend.
Well, yeah, you know, my brother said that too, and I'm a little bit nervous, I'm not gonna lie to you, but, well, we did it. We finished our job, and he said I could fuck off to wherever I wanted.
Righto, okay. Welcome in.
Well, it took me a little bit to find you, but I came as soon as I could. Winifred, I ain't rich, but I got a lot of money right now, and I'd love to buy you a ring.
Oh,
He doesn't give up, eh?
sorry.
Yeah, obviously we don't have to keep role-playing this if you'd prefer not to.
I just don't know what to say. I can't have anything over 15.
I'm not laughing.
That is the best letdown I've ever heard. It's not that I'm saying no because I don't like you. I'm saying no because I'm a folk hero and I cannot accept anything over 15 gold pieces in value.
I'm not allowed a ring.
Oh,
Oh
man.
my goodness.
What's
I'm
that?
currently.
Make a ring out of pigs.
Yeah.
Best
Yeah.
proposal rejection ever.
Oh, man. Poor guy.
We've currently got a lot going on here, Snorri, and I think if you want to stick around, you know, we can definitely talk about some things. I didn't know that that's what was happening here either, so I'm a little caught off guard.
Yeah, my brother says that a lot. He says I need to be more forward and I need to tell people what I'm doing and I spent a lot of time digging and treasure hunting and I'm not around people, but I'm ready to start a family, have a home.
Well, like I said, there's a lot going on right now, and I really admire your confidence and
Me too, for the record.
your gusto, I guess you could say. That's very admirable. But I have been looking for you. I have some questions that I've been meaning to ask. Perhaps not the same as yours, but by golly, if you wouldn't mind waiting around for my my other companion to return, and perhaps we can have a talk.
Well, sure. Forgive me for being hopeful, Winnie, but the fact that you were looking for me sure makes me happy.
Right. I'm glad.
Well, you're breaking his heart with it.
Oh.
Let's be clear. This guy still hasn't said anything about my beard.
Didn't even compliment the beard, eh?
Oh my god.
Sure, so you want to
Oh
wait till
my
RX
goodness.
comes out, or perhaps get RX to get him out here?
Oh,
I mean, I'd prefer to wait until everybody's together before we talk to him about anything.
I'll let them. I'll let them have the romantic moment in private first before I interrupt, of course. I'll let the poor dwarf get his heart broken.
Yeah.
Privately instead of everybody seeing it.
Yeah,
but
sure.
then we'll come and talk to him to ask the questions, and we've got some interesting things we need to ask him.
Okay. Do you want to do that now? Or you want to do that next game?
Up to you.
Up to you.
Well, it's after 6. You said you wanted to close it at 6. So
Yeah, it would give us time to think about it.
Okay.
And our approach to how we're going to do it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm a little caught off guard still.
I apologize. I should have said that was my intention. I thought we all knew that like Snorri was interested in Winnie, so
No, we did. I just didn't think it would escalate.
there's usually a few steps between hi and very.
sure. Yeah, that's fair.
Usually,
That's fair.
yeah.
Usually that's fair. Well, his brother told him to get out there and make some waves. So
Just keep making honest
Oh.
work of you.
okay, cool.
Oh goodness.
You're going to wear an onion ring to your wedding.
Something tells me there's probably not going to be a wedding, but the soap
So
ring.
bring her.
Oh goodness. Well, we did it. What was that? Episode 5?
5. Thank you,
Yeah.
David, for being the DM again. It was amazing. Really fun game. Thank you.
And thank you for not killing all of us over a golden goose. But I will say yet.
Yeah. You've survived for now. Other people once again paid for your crimes. Come here, Clem. Come on. He's being a stink. Stop that. Yeah, he's being a stink. Okay, cool. I checked real quick. I don't have anybody streaming right now, so if you want to all raid into one group and we can just send people. wherever
Hang
we
on,
send
Dave.
them.
Don't you go offline yet, because I just want to do this. Hang on.
Oh,
Sorry,
that was
Dave.
perfect. Look at
There you go.
that.
Are we thank you for being the dungeon master while I can, mate. There you go.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Come here.
Oh, do you know I clicked the random and it went to you. I
That's
clicked
funny.
random. That's
Oh.
good, eh?
Yeah.
Twitch
Wow.
algorithms for gifted subs, I think. Yay, there you go. That's just a wee thanks for being the dungeon master, mate.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
Let me see if I've got anybody for reading, then we can all back into me.
Yeah.
Ooh. Hang on 1 minute. Then.
Oh my god.
So is that the troublesome cat, Dave?
Yes, it is. This is Clem Fandango, also known as Clembo Pumpkin.
Well, I've got someone playing Dungeons and Dragons, but we're playing it in French. So you've got a couple of your friends are playing. If you want to send us over to one of your friends, Brew, we'll all raid into you then.
It doesn't matter. I mean, if we want to keep it on D&D, we can definitely go to yours.
I see one other stream playing Dungeons and Dragons. We'll send it to them this week, all right?
Okay.
Sounds good.
Cool.
Okay, so I'll get that ready. They're called. It's just disappeared. Nerd Botchery. I follow them, so they must be all right.
Right.
Right? Hopefully. It's just a playing Dungeons and Dragons, and I've got either them or the French guy. We read the French guy all the time, so we'll send to this one this time.
Sure. All right, sending people over now. Clem,
Cool.
you gotta stop digging up my leg. You're killing me. It hurts. Yeah.
Bathing party, right? Here we go.
What are you doing? What are you doing? Come on, man. Yeah.
All right, just went over to you.
Oh.
Yeah. There we go. And we'll read this one.